How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Pablo, or you guys. Some of you guys know me as Doctor Tastebad on just like multiple platforms, but I switched over to Pablo 7. Don't know how many more times I have to say that. I'm with the homie, the one, the only,
Daily Life of Noodles or just Darryl.
D Money. Whatever you want to. I don't have a nickname for you, Darryl.
I
Not
don't really. I technically never have a nickname other
I
than
don't.
Noodles.
Yeah, I mean, I want to call you Noodles.
That's
Uh,
fine.
But I feel like that's like fucked up. It's like
Why is it fucked up
you
though?
can call me Bean if you want.
But that Noodles is my nickname though online.
Fair, fair. You can call me Pablo though, because that's my name and nickname for now.
Now
Oh,
you have 7.
I have 7. Pablo 7. I just variety of names. But anyways, we have a special guest today, or special guest.
Two.
Two people for sure. So you guys will. I'll introduce them here in a second. They are in the waiting room right now. But just right now, we're talking a little bit about our weekend. We went to Hollywood for one of my friends' birthday party. He's a lawyer. His name is Aldo. He's a very, very amazing person. Has helped me out in the last, like, basically the last 6 months. And even before that, he's been a great friend since college. Darryl, you got to meet Aldo. What'd you think of him?
First off the cuff, he's hella tall.
Yeah.
I'm hella short. So in comparison, oh, power couple right there. No,
Yeah, well, yeah, he's 6 foot. Well, I kept saying 6'6", but he's definitely
6'5", he said.
6'5".
So you're in the ballpark. But ultimately, he's an awesome person,
Yeah.
and all his friends that we got to meet, also
Oh,
amazing
dude.
people.
Oh, it was so fun.
Although you're amazing too, don't worry. I just said that to hype your other friends up too.
No. His other friends who are also lawyers, they are
Not all lawyers.
okay. Whatever. I just assume they're all lawyers because he is one. But I do have to say this that they were all genuine people. They were all
Yes.
fun. Aldo did not hang with us though. He passed out. We got drunk and he passed out right away.
Sorry for calling you out for that, but yeah, he did pass out really quick.
Yeah, but it's his birthday.
Yeah.
It's fair.
We gave him way too much alcohol way too quickly.
I know he had. And the food was so good,
Oh.
so good.
So tender, so juicy.
Yeah, it was barbecue food. Barbecue. I don't even know how to describe it.
It was ribs, brisket, something else. I don't know.
I don't even. Yeah, see.
I knew there was the ribs for sure.
Okay. Oh, did you have the cheesecake?
Yes.
Okay. So, also, he said no one ate the cake, and then they left it there.
Because we didn't touch it.
I know, but they literally left it at the place.
Because they didn't have the cover.
Oh.
Think about it. They had it in a box and then had it ready for us to eat.
Yeah.
But we didn't touch it because Aldo wasn't there.
I know, dude. Okay, that was crazy, but it was a lot of fun. Before that, we like walked around Hollywood. I've been there before. The people there were just insane. We took some pretty sweet pictures.
I think my favorite moment is the guy in front of the Scientology building.
Oh yeah.
The one I walked away. I'm sorry for leaving you. I should not have left you.
I mean, I would. Okay, to be fair, I do boxing. I would have kicked his ass. Should
Yeah.
it have come down to that?
Yeah.
Even so, before that, my train of thoughts is usually
Don't talk to him.
no, don't argue back. I wanted to talk to him. Like I genuinely was curious to see what kind of headspace the guy was in.
Yeah.
And honestly, like he was out there, but honestly, like I still managed to just want to know more and just see where he's going with his conversation, because he mentioned some weird stuff about that we're living in his reality,
Which is facts.
we were. I mean, we could, like I don't even
But he's
wanna,
also in our reality.
yeah, that is true, but also some of the stuff was outlandish. Like he owned the building that was
I mean, in
Scientology
his
building.
reality, it's his world. So in his mind, he could actually have bought it.
Oh, and we're just people messing with him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. Damn, it goes deeper than that.
Yeah.
It goes deeper than that.
Yeah.
I just want to say though that I did take a picture of him.
Yeah. Did you edit it and post it yet?
I haven't posted it yet, but
Yeah.
he smiled. He put a peace sign up. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I was gone already.
Oh yeah, but
I was like, because I accidentally started talking to him, and I was like, shit, What did I do?
Yeah, no, he started like swearing, but I took a picture of him, and then he like he posed, and then he went back to his like.
Then he dipped.
Yeah, no, he was just like upset. No, he stayed there. He stayed there. I kind of was like just listening to what he had to say, and then I walked away when he got a little too weird.
Oh. I should have came back quicker.
I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. It's not like your presence was like, oh, there's 2 people. He would have just still wanted to fight or whatever he wanted to do. Aside from that, the drive wasn't bad.
Yeah, honestly, the drive back home was kind of worse because we were both tired.
I wasn't tired.
I was passed out.
No, dude. Here's the thing. I have been driving for a living for a long time.
Yeah, I'm not
that drive already feels too short, and we were pretty close to LA in my opinion. But so here's the thing too. I was hungover. The only thing dragging me was that headache, and I don't drink much at all. And then when we partied, I decided I wanted to party. Did you make any mistakes?
Honestly, I followed my normal drinking habits.
Dude, you come out as extroverted. Like to me, you are, right?
I told you I was more extroverted when I'm drunk.
Social butterfly. That would be more of the term.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were definitely like really happy with everyone, and I'm like, wow, and you had your phone down. Me, on the other hand, I was just texting like all my friends. I was sending them videos. And like I was having a good time. They were having a good time getting a laugh out of it.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I try never to touch my phone in party situations.
It's bad.
Just because like if I post something accidentally, and like I'm about to get job interviews right now.
Oh, I know.
So
yeah, okay, but what is that? There's a thing called I don't drink a lot. It's called sober thoughts lead to.
So it's drunk thoughts are just sober. No, your drunk thoughts are just sober.
Thoughts. No, you're saying it wrong. Drunk.
Here, let me look it up while you.
Drunk words are sober thoughts.
That sounds more like it, but.
Yeah. So where I'm going with this is basically that I was not saying anything negative. I was not saying anything terrible. I was really motivated and saying motivational stuff to people. I think.
Oh yeah, you were in your group chats, right?
Group chats, and I was texting people. I was saying you're an amazing person. You're this and that. Here's the thing, though.
You're a happy person.
I think like this is good. It's good news that I got drunk because I discovered that I was genuinely happy. Also need to pace myself next time. I think so.
In comparison to me, I was like shooting them down quicker than you though.
I wasn't throwing up though.
Well, you didn't pass your limit though. That's the thing.
That's true.
So you're pacing yourself pretty well.
How many did you, I remember because I was texting someone how many shots I had.
Okay.
I think I was between, now this is where I don't know, between 15 and 17 shots of either tequila, there's Jack Daniels, and
that's
some
one
vodka.
shot. So are you asking how many I think you had or
how many I think you had?
Oh.
I know I had like 15 to 17.
Okay.
And I'm surprised I could handle, because I haven't had like that amount of alcohol in a while. I'm not here's the thing, I'm not bragging. I just think that's interesting because I have not had that much in a long time, and I'm like, how did I not end up in the hospital?
I mean, I was trying to keep up with Aldo because I told him I was going to be his drinking buddy before he passed out, and at that point I already had like 6 shots, and that was just with Aldo.
Yeah.
And then with the Jack and Coke, that's 7.
At least 10 plus, right?
10 plus for sure. And then a couple beers.
Yeah.
I had my Smirnoff Ice that they brought back for me specifically.
Right.
I was like, I feel bad. I'm like, let me pay for it. She's like, nah, it's good. I'm like,
good people.
Oh yeah.
Great people. I know that one of the couples there, no, we're not dropping names.
No.
But they invited us to go
to Nocturnal.
So
Nocturnal is a rave. It's a festival.
I agreed to it. I'm going regardless.
Yeah.
I was drunk, but I'm still agreeing to it right now. So.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Javi's going to ask us.
Yeah.
So I said yes because I miss it, but I would love to bring my rave family with me, which is like my normal like friends.
Yeah.
Because,
for sure.
Because
we're going to make a big deal about this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's going to be in September. So by then, hopefully...
Yeah, but we have to buy the tickets soon.
We'd have to buy it now.
Oh, now? Okay.
Or not...
In
now,
March.
but
Let's
like,
try March.
But like put payments down.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I feel like Javi actually does have nocturnal tickets. I
can text them and ask them.
Yeah. I'll text them here in a bit. Before we introduce our guests and have them on. So basically, all I wanted to say was this weekend was fun.
Mm-hmm. I'm really glad you invited me to it.
No, dude, I'm so happy. I'm sad that Javi didn't go, but you ended up going, and I kind of already had an idea Javi wasn't gonna go, and so I invited you, and I'm like, all right, let's make sure you go.
Luckily, I was able to have both days off.
Yeah.
Both Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, I know. I was like, well, we were gonna drive back Saturday, and we're just gonna chill there, eat some food, and leave, but that would not have been as fun. Again,
and you wouldn't have seen my social butterfly that you...
I don't condone alcohol drinking to that level, but it is fun. Like, you just have to do it. We did it...
responsibly.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's what matters.
Well, someone had to be responsible just because the amount of people that were, like, gone already. Yeah. Because, like, by the time everyone was about to leave... I was sober enough where I could take care of people that stayed.
No, you were like Mr. takes care of everyone. Okay, so we got our guests here. So just give me 1 second,
We're
guys.
gonna take a quick pause. So
yes.
So give us a second.
Hey, what's going on, guys? So we're back. We have our guests right here. We have 2 people actually, so they're gonna be sharing a mic because we're poor and we could not afford a third mic, unfortunately. A fourth mic too. Oh yeah. Okay, I'll get them in 2 weeks. But anyways, one of our guests here, his name, he's a famous Pokemon player, top 16 at Denver, and here's the thing: no one gives him credit for that. We're all constantly talking about my other friend Javier. Okay, they're laughing here. They're laughing. All right, you guys can't fucking laugh. All right. Top 16 player. No one ever gives him credit for that or gives him that nickname, but he deserves to be called a top 16 player.
It's cool.
Because he's one of the best in the world. And we also have his friend, which then became my friend, Aaron. And we're just going to call him by Aaron. He is a professional martial artist with no fights under his belt, nothing whatsoever. So is he more of a performer? I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah,
I am more of a performer. I am not a professional martial artist. I am what they call a professional dumbass. Anyway, struggles is real, my friend.
He's basically what's gonna be oh my god, what do you call those people in Hollywood? The stunt
people. Yeah,
he reminds me
like that.
He reminds me a lot of that. So that's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
So, anyways, you guys are here. You guys traveled a few hours away. Maybe an hour with maybe 2 with traffic. I don't know.
Yep. 2. I think it's 2 hours.
Yeah. So let's start off. Right now, you guys are listening to Alex. Alex, I'm gonna ask you a question, just straight up. How did you meet me?
Straight up?
Yep, straight up. Or what do you remember? What's your first memory of me? That'd be the first thing.
My first impression is, why is this guy blinged out with all his cards, bro?
Oh, no.
No. My first serious impression is like, he's a really cool guy, really friendly,
Damn, what an ego boost question for me.
Pretty happy-go-lucky, but trash player.
Oh my
basic rarity is the best rarity. So.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So if you guys didn't know, Alex and I met through Pokemon. I decided to start playing the card game, and I didn't think much of it. I just collected the cards, and then I figured, oh wait, people actually play this. And I thought it was going to be kids, which my first tournament was kids.
Right? It's like, this is a real thing. Like, people actually can make money and travel off this.
The money portion is not necessarily like, oh, you just go to the tournaments and top the events. But it was also more so that they go and make content. They go do just various things within the community. So you can almost exploit it. Have you done that yourself? Have you made money from this?
I have, like, when you talk about top 16, like, it's just like one of those things that's kind of surreal. You're like, like, wow, I actually accomplished something.
You feel like you're a good player.
Yeah, I'm actually not trash for once,
Yeah. So before that though, do you remember like before that were you just like, I'm just playing the game, I'm just whatever?
Like before, I didn't even know it existed. Like Because like no, like as a kid, you know, I would go to local shop with my dad, and we would just pick out like a random pack, you know, and that's my whole childhood. I have a binder, and
my parents hated it. Every time I spent money on it, I hated it.
Bro, it's just like one of those things that like is only until a few years ago because of this guy, because of Aaron, that I found out that it actually exists again. Like, and then
did you and Aaron play in person or?
Yeah. He's the one that got me back into the game because my first deck. It was really awful. It was like Ampharos EX. Like I don't even know.
Did you make it like on your own? Were you just like, oh, I love these Pokemon?
It was a culmination of like his cards.
Aaron made it.
His his cards and one other person's cards. We're not friends with the guy anymore. But anyways, like they just threw a pile at me, and then I'm just like I go through all that stuff and sift through it. So. But at the time, it was it Volcanion EX was like the meta.
Yeah.
So that was pretty long time ago. But
yeah,
it was really dope to get back into the game. I'm like, dude, like it's just like you rediscover a part of yourself that you just completely forgot.
Now, are you used to, I guess, winning in a sense? Because like, I grew up myself just being like the bottom tier. Like I would get picked last for dodgeball. I would get picked last for basketball because I was too short.
Well, if we're talking about winning, I'm just gonna refer to this online tournament that I just went into. I happened to get offered the ID in the top cut, and I didn't even know what was going on. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And I accidentally get in the top 8.
Oh,
but because
wait, which tournament?
No, okay. So it wasn't like Hexter or anything. It's called Advantage.
Oh, that's so good. These are one of these online tournaments because of coronavirus, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then the guy offered me an ID in the top cut, but I was like, I don't even know what my resistance is like, so let's just play it out, right? So I end up losing, and then I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go off and do my own other thing, like just like play chess or whatever, and then
that's random.
And then all of a sudden, like David and Vince just like hit me up out of nowhere. They're like, bro, you're in top 8. You need to play now. And then it was already like a half hour to an hour later.
Oh, no.
And then I'm like, oh, shoot. So I go back on the website and I check and I'm like, dude, I could have played through top 8.
Wow. But, so even with the loss, you still made it.
Yeah, it's just one of those things like, with COVID going on now, like online tournaments don't really matter too much to me. They don't have that same feel like okay, I'm waking up like 6 a.m. I'm gonna go 12 hours throughout the day. You just like wreck people. Yeah. But
there's a big difference too.
Super big difference.
I don't know if you know that, but like when COVID first started, I played online, and I think a lot of people were playing online, but there was only a few events. The issue was that there's no reward to it aside from, oh, he won, good for him. And if you're not consistently winning and it doesn't show, it doesn't matter.
Well, for me, like the biggest concern for me was like the fact that there were different time zones and that everybody in the world had to be on at the same time. Yep. And because of all those issues, and like granted, like I do appreciate like everybody trying to put everything together, but I feel like there was some preparation, like lack of preparation. It's like all these issues, and it's just like hours and hours. Like we would have to wait an hour in between rounds at one point.
And more so the beginning, because me and you were in the same group, like a group chat, and everyone was just recently like just put into quarantine, so not a lot of us were playing in real life, so we were itching to play online. So we were all like in the same group chat, like we were playing.
Yeah, and it
was so exciting to see everyone do good.
Because
do bad.
when everything kicked off, it just like took a really big hit to everyone's like mental health. So for like them to throw these competitions meant a lot to a lot of people. And then because it's not the same, it just I just feel like it kind of fell short for a little bit. So that's why like some of us started doing other things like Animal Crossing or
photography. I started doing
photography, right?
You just kind of we just all like hung out and did other stuff because Pokemon just got boring. But how has Pokemon helped you like mentally? Because it has helped me tremendously, and I wish I can explain it, but I'll give you the light right now.
This might seem like a little, this might seem like a little like kind of cringe, but I'm pretty sure.
Hold on, man.
So a part of me feels like it kind of gave me purpose. I'm not saying like I'm a devout worshiper of Pokemon, you know what I'm saying? I have a shrine, just set up chilling.
I mean, if you do, I don't judge, but that's to each their own, you know.
But for me, it definitely pulled me out of a dark rut. Like when Aaron got me back into Pokemon, I was just coming out of like a very abusive and toxic relationship, and I was trying so hard to focus on dance because we're dancers growing up. That's how we met, right? But I didn't I lost my passion for that and just all that focus and drive.
So you needed a new passion, but you didn't know about it.
Kind of like something to refresh.
Exactly.
And kind of like maybe like a reset type of thing. Right?
Yeah. Okay. So I actually want to say something towards that because. I recently got broken up with. When I say recently, I mean everyone can guess what the time frame is or whatever.
Right.
But
right.
I immediately lost a passion for almost everything. Everything just went downhill. But when I was hanging out with you guys, even though we were playing Pokemon and it's like nothing new, it was just like refreshing to get out and whatnot. And then I said to myself, I have to do something new. And so I was already doing photography, but I was more so learning it. Like I was just like the basics. Right. But then I said to myself, I have to do something creative for myself. Pokemon itself, like don't get me wrong, you did something, or he put you out there to basically try something new.
He introduced me to something that used to be. This was my entire childhood. Aside from, playing my Game Boy Advance or whatever, like this was a big part of my identity that I just rediscovered.
Yeah. So essentially, what I'm getting out of this too is like, if you're kind of in a dark place, you almost have to find something new to do in your life.
So real quick, so like as a psychology major or whatever, like so those of you that don't know, like I went to college, got this bachelor's degree in psychology. I don't think it means jack now because it's like. I can't even get a simple job, just like, but that's a lot of
it. I didn't know that.
But anyways, like, there's this thing that in psychology, it's like, if you look back at your childhood and you see all these things that you wanted to do as a kid, but weren't able to, and if you take one of those things and apply it now and try to do that as an adult, that will boost your mental health and like your self-esteem.
That's interesting.
And kind of like how I said that rediscovery.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure for a lot of people it can lead to like a new sense of self-discovery.
Exactly.
So.
Well, what I urge people to do, I'm not urging people right now, but what I mean by that is like I preach this a lot. It's like people going through like hard times. I tell them. Or not even that, like people that are trying to find themselves, I tell them, try something new. Or if you have an idea of something you might like, try something in that field, and then just kind of ground yourself and figure out like other options around that. So for example, if you like making videos, right? You go out there and make a video. Then you discover, I'm actually pretty good at acting. I want to do acting. And so you take acting classes, and then you meet people there, and then one thing leads to another. You're in Hollywood, and you're making, you're part of a big movie, and you start feeling like this sense of like I'm worth something. Are you doing anything right now because of COVID as well for yourself? And I ask this because I'm constantly like trying to create something new, trying to do something new. The podcast itself, photography, just getting out. To me, it has helped me just kind of get out of my bubble. And it's been a struggle. I'm not saying it's easy, but like it's been a struggle because of COVID and quarantine and all that bullshit,
Well, I would want to not. So like the past few months, like I had gotten COVID, and then as soon as I got better, I got this work injury and my ankle's busted. But before that, just getting like without Pokemon in the picture, just like just getting in your car and just getting out and just going someplace to just get out of the house, because stuck in those four walls. I mean, it could do a number two, right? But as far as now goes, like I kind of like how you said you discovered like or started going into photography, right? So like for me, it would be like learning all the software and programs for streaming, and I think that's a big thing. Like it's like a statistic. It was like 200% increase in online streaming on Twitch.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Because a lot of people are at.
Yeah, and when you look online, like the most common webcam is like a C922 or something.
The one right there. Yeah.
Is that a C922?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, we had the same one.
Yeah, I mean it's a great camera.
Yeah.
The other options are like the Sony camera, just to get that extra crisp.
Right.
But it's
or
it's
you go to Best Buy and you see all the knockoffs that they're trying to.
Yeah, they're
people
just trying. They're over trying, but.
Yeah, but just like learning that is kind of like learning a skill, and then it's kind of like that thing where you don't exactly start from square one, but you're learning like a whole new set of skills and such.
Yeah, and then you have like the sense of like I want to wake up and get better. I want to wake up and learn more about it, and then just keep improving yourself. And it gets bad too sometimes, because like sometimes I catch myself like with photography. I caught myself staying up late, and then like just constantly editing pictures and like wanting to create more, and then like, but the good part was I was getting out. I was able to hang out with friends, take pictures, and I can still do that. And other people are hitting me up like, hey, can I get some pictures and this and that, and it opens so many opportunities to make friends and do other things. And with streaming, that's a big thing, because I know Aaron plays a lot of video games. How many people have you met, Aaron, on just playing video games over your whole life?
I have met a lot of people, actually. I've met several really good friends. Like I have a friend right now. She used to be like one of my next door neighbors. Her name's Myra. They call her Alaskan Jade Fox. Shout out, love you. Anyway, she's actually a Twitch streamer now.
Nice.
Yeah, she does a lot of stuff. Last time we played Among Us. She does stream a lot of other games too. She does a lot of Pokemon games as well, since we're on the topic of Pokemon. She's done a couple of the Pokemon mods on there. Like, she's a really good streamer. You guys should check her out. I meet more people, though, not through playing games anymore. I meet them more through my job. So at one of my jobs, I work.
You're actually more so in the industry of selling and.
Well, lightweight, yeah. Because like the job I have right now, I work at Retroactive Records and Games, right? Located in Sassoon. Yeah, that's a little bit of a plug.
Sassoon, that's Central California, right?
No. That's actually North Bay. That's
North Bay. Okay.
Yeah, it's literally the.
Yeah, because like
it's right next to.
Oh, it's by Fairfield.
Yeah. Yeah, no one knows about North Bay.
Yeah, because
the
North Bay isn't really considered part of the Bay Area. It's just Fairfield. Okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. We have been even. Uncle E40 said that we was a part of the Bay. Don't hate. Anyway, get there. What I'm saying though is that at my job, I do a lot of things like we sell retro video gaming systems.
Okay.
And we also sell retro video games for those systems. And I tend to do a lot of repairs and a lot of.
So you're more
things.
so like, obviously not the newer age where everything's like online, like Xbox Live or PlayStation Network. You're more so retro. Okay, and how do you meet people that way? Because I know that whole market is more so like.
Yeah, it's
there's a
more
lot of
personal.
people that are just kind of working on nostalgia here at this point, and it keeps it's alive and well. I mean,
it's just people come into my store all the time.
That's
people
crazy.
come into my store. I meet buyers. I meet sellers like outside of my store. It's really cool, man. Like I meet people all the time trying to either like get rid of stuff just because it's like, oh yeah, the nostalgia's great, but I need the money for this, or oh, I'm looking for this and I've needed this for a really long time. I'm so glad I found it. Like the biggest thing, the thing that like makes me extremely excited is when I see people come into my store and they leave like super happy. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Like that feeling of like I finally got what I wanted.
Yeah.
You know.
See, I have an issue with that. Like as a kid, I would constantly go to my local video game store, and I would get a video game, play it for like 2 weeks, then go back and trade it in, and then pay a little bit more to get another game. And I would constantly do that, but it was so fun to do that because it was just easy access to trading in games and buying other games and just having fun. How did you guys deal with it though during COVID? Were you guys somewhat open or did curbside? I know some people didn't give up on themselves, but a lot of places did.
Okay, so surprisingly, I got my job literally after the first wave of COVID hit.
Okay.
So like when I first got the job, we had a bunch of fires going on out here, right? Like
I remember that.
Yeah, there was a lot of fires.
Okay.
And I ended up they really needed my help during that time. The owner of the shop, there was a big fire and it like destroyed all of their property, and so the only thing they had left,
like his house or the business,
like the whole thing, their house, the business was fine. It was in downtown Sassoon, but where they lived, it got hit by the fires real bad.
Holy shit!
Yeah, so they lost everything. We had a lot of stock over there and whatnot, but during that time they were trying to get all their family stuff together, and they just needed a little bit of help. So when I got hired, I was like, okay, I got hired a little bit before their properties were destroyed. So it's not even like I came in and I swooped in and saved the day, nothing like that. It's just when that happened, they needed help, so I helped out where I could.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And ever since, I've just been there ever since. I love the job.
How are they doing, by the way?
They're doing great. They're doing honestly like
how do you even deal through that? Because I mean, you said you were close to the fire yourself. You were what precautions did you guys take during that time?
Oh, okay. So the fires.
So, let me hold you off there.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, we live in California, and fires are a thing. Unfortunately, people have tornadoes and hurricanes in other locations, but fires are a thing around here. And I don't expect his area where he lives to be hit with fires, but it was pretty damn close. And
yeah. It's so where I was at, like so the area I live in, Fairfield, California, Sassoon, Fairfield are technically considered like one town. They're so close to each other. And then you have Vacaville, and then if you go a little further out towards the wineries, you have Napa and they've
been hit like every year.
So
consistently,
my boss and them, they all lived in Napa, like Berryessa area,
where
the fires directly spread over and destroyed everything. What I did, so this isn't the first time the fires happened in our area.
Yeah.
Every time there's a fire emergency, I tend to do my best to go and help out at the emergency shelters.
Okay.
Organizing supplies and getting people where they need to go, helping people procure, the whole volunteer, not firefighter per se, but like just trying to help out at the centers, the evacuation centers.
By the way, next time that happens and you guys need more help, let me know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm free on time, so that's something that I can definitely do.
Well, let's hope and pray that this doesn't happen for a while.
Let's not hope that it happens at all. I don't want to.
But anyway, to get back to the story, so I was helping out with that, and what I would normally do is I would first check and see what evacuation centers are set up. Then I go and make sure I donate a little bit, and then I go to each evacuation center, especially if it's near like family in them. I always go and check on them first, and then we do what we have to get everybody together.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and that's all it is really. You just got to make sure you stay safe. Safety precautions on those types of situations. If you live in a heavily wooded area or there's a lot of dry grass, make sure you take all your family and animals and whatnot and get away from the house, get away from all that. If you are surrounded by a lot, like the grass is good, you know what I mean, like good grass and everything's pretty green, rinse everything down with water, like around the house, the back of the house, the top of the house. Rinse everything with water.
Everything.
Yeah. Evacuate the family, obviously, because smoke inhalation and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it will help deter the fire from coming onto the property, if that makes sense. Unless it's like a super fire. If it's a super fire, then you're in trouble. So
that's a whole different story.
There are a lot of different things you can do. But as far as I know, that's those are some of the things that you can do.
Directly though, because of COVID, were you affected? Because of work or anything like that? Because I know you said after the first wave, and the first wave, more so, a lot of people got unemployment.
Right.
I myself was, I wouldn't say laid off, but they just gave me time off because everyone was closing, and so it was nice to get that small time off and some unemployment.
So, all right. So when COVID first hit, I actually had non-COVID reasons. I had lost my previous job.
Correct.
And I was going through, like how you said you just had a breakup. I was going through a breakup at the time. This was last year, beginning of last year.
Yeah, you personally mentioned that. Correct.
Yeah. And not only that, but like we were just going through a whole bunch of stuff. Me and Alex, we were living together in this house, and we, like a lot of things just fell through. Things didn't happen the way they needed to, and we lost the house. So we lost the house. I lost my job. I hurt my knee, and I also. Yeah, just a lot of really personal things happened. I went through a I went through a breakup as well, and I was just stuck.
It felt like a lot of weight on your shoulders because also
not even weight. It just felt empty, dude. Like empty? I didn't feel heavy. I just felt like empty. Like there was just nothing. There was no point.
You got to restart.
Not even restart. It's just I'll be real honest, man. Like I gave up.
Yeah.
I gave up. Like, the best way to explain it is I gave up. And I will be real, if it wasn't for people like Alex and, like, the a few of the other friends that came through, to try and talk me out of it, I probably wouldn't be here right now. Deadass. It was super serious.
I'm glad you're here, by the way.
Thank you.
Because I've been in those same shoes that you've been. Not your Adidas.
Nah, I got you, man.
Those are nice, by the way. But
Thank you.
I've been in the same shoes.
Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking, of course, of the situation where you feel like you lost everything, and let me ask you this: who the fuck was there? Your friends. That's
my friends and my family. Like, I didn't. Luckily, I wasn't homeless, but they figured out what was going on, and they allowed me and Alex to move into the house. We're like really grateful to them for that. But yeah, man, like those friends, like for the first week that it was going on, like the people that really gave a shit about me, they sat down, they would sit down with me, like, and we had conversations and we just talked about everything, and it just wasn't, I wasn't in the right frame of mind to really just like,
because you essentially just put up this wall that it doesn't matter, like whatever anyone says doesn't matter.
No, it wasn't even that. It was just more of I couldn't process it. I couldn't process anything. I was so dead about it all. Like legitimate. Like a friend of mine named it very clearly like a little bit ago. He called it an ego death, and like legit, man. Like when we're talking about bottom of the barrel, bro. It was rough. Like it was like I didn't have anything going. Nothing. Everything, like, I had so many of these things, like, lined up, like, all these ducks lined up in a row, and then everything just kind of, like, the board was completely wiped. And I was just like, it's overwhelming. The whole idea of not being able to see a future anymore. It was very overwhelming. Yeah, so it wasn't even so much like a wall or a block or anything like that. It literally was just that everybody was trying to tell me to have hope, and they're showing me that they're there for me. And again, if any of you ever get to hear this, like, I love all of you for standing by me. But at that moment, I just couldn't find it within myself to keep moving forward. It's obviously different now, but at that moment,
of course, because I know you now, and I know when I see you, I just think, oh, I gotta prepare myself because it's a big like spark of energy. And I'm like, I gotta mash out sometimes.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
I can never keep up with it, and I can't imagine you being in that position.
Yeah, and a lot of people didn't.
It's like, dude, I need to give you some of my energy, but I totally understand, man.
Yeah.
We went through different things. Essentially, you could just say, oh, we went through the breakup, but there's more that you went through that I don't know
A little bit more nuance, yeah.
But it's all valid.
It is. It is all valid. And like to everybody who's either going through that right now or whatever, like, just remember this, like, no matter how many times we fall down, and we have to force ourselves to get back up. Just remember that, like as long as you're able to get back up, I mean, shit, man, the track just keeps moving.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't keep holding on to shit. Like, I'm speaking about this story now, and it's not because I'm salty or anything like that. Like, you know, shit happens. Yeah. Life happens. I'm not mad at nobody for anything, really. Do I trust any of those people? Probably not. But I definitely feel like at the end of it all, you know, I'm just trying to move forward with my life.
And you're doing great. I mean,
thanks.
You're letting go. And
yeah, like I'm trying to get back. Not even get back. I'm trying to move forward. Like, I don't feel the need to move backwards anymore. You know,
exactly.
like yes, I'm in a job that talks about nostalgia and stuff like that, but
that's nostalgia about good things, though.
Right. But I mean,
but
it's like
memories are good too from other.
Memories are good things. Yeah, memories and all that is like nostalgia in a good way is a good thing, but at that moment, like, there has to be progress. We can't just keep going back to the things that make us comfortable. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It's nothing bad against anybody who wants to do what they do. You know.
Currently, though, are you doing anything new that you haven't done before?
Oh yeah.
What's okay? What would you say?
So I jumped into this thing. So I as a martial artist, right? Now, I'm not a professional martial artist. Don't say that again. He was trolling.
Amateur professional.
I am not even amateur. I just love it. Period. But,
enthusiast.
Yeah, there you go. That's the word. I'm an enthusiast. As far as it goes, man, you know, because of martial arts, you know, I had to follow that niche. Like, the first thing, anything with me personally, it starts physical. So it's like, I gotta move. I gotta do something. Mm-hmm. So I got back into this thing called martial arts tricking. And it's like...
Let me stop you there. You said you had to move. So is this after what happened last year? Mm-hmm. You needed to do something new for yourself, and
not just new. It's literally I wanted to build back up like certain skills that I had, so I can move forward. Mm-hmm. And because of my knee injury at the time, it was really hard to get back into it. So I went to physical therapy.
Oh, damn!
And jumping into once I got through the physical therapy, I started training more, and I have a lot of good friends, you know, that helped me along the way. Another group of friends that helped me along the way to get back into training like how I used to. And after that, it's just been there was that, and then I got into what was it? Lightsaber fighting, which is super interesting.
Like Star Wars, right?
Star Wars,
okay.
Yeah, like
it's actually becoming big. Like I'm seeing it like pop up everywhere. So, but after quarantine, I feel like everyone's just gonna be sabered up on the street, and it's gonna be.
Oh yeah. No, it's interesting, man. Like, I'm trying to right now. I actually teach classes over in Fairfield.
Oh shit.
So I work at Retroactive Records and Games, right? That's my day job, and then my night job, I teach classes to kids and adults. Now,
how many adults?
So adult
to kids ratio.
Adult to kid ratio, like, I definitely do have more kid students than I have adult students right now.
Yeah.
The oldest I have right now is probably 15, 16 years old. Mm-hmm. But and those are considered adults, quote unquote, in the martial arts world. Because they're the most like agile. They're like they're cognitive enough to be able to make their own decisions while on the mat is what I'm saying.
Correct.
What is it? So in that situation, like, I teach them actual sword skills through the lightsaber stuff.
Yeah, which would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I'm a practitioner of Eskrima, right? Mm-hmm. Filipino stick and knife fighting. I teach them a few of the Filipino stick fighting moves.
Darryl's nodding his head right now because he's a Filipino descendant.
So am I. Struggles is real. Anyway.
Wait, you're Filipino?
Yeah, I'm Filipino, nice. Japanese, and Guamanian, man.
I'm just Mexican, unfortunately. Nothing
I'm
cool.
I'm a mutt, bro. So struggles is real.
My ancestors are from Spain somehow, but a little bit.
Yeah, some of ours are.
We won't get into that. We won't get into.
Some
that.
of us are too, but not in a good way.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm an alien. I don't know.
Oh no, you're good, bro. So am I. I am a mythical creature. I am a cryptid. Anyway,
Eskrima, go ahead.
Yeah. So Eskrima, right? We teach them that. I also have a little bit of experience with kendo, Japanese sword styles. I'm pretty good at Gumdo, which is a Korean version of Kendo.
Jesus, you're like a master at arms, basically knowing every martial arts.
Kind of like not really a master of arms. It's just that I love martial arts. Like I love everything. Like I've even done capoeira.
Enthusiast, basically.
Yeah. Like I've done like capoeira. I've learned a little bit of Wing Chun. I've learned some Hung Gar Kung Fu. I've learned some. What else have I learned? I've learned.
Wait, I gotta show you this.
Kung Fu. What's
so have you done Taekwondo?
Yeah, that's my base style. I've done that for over 15 years.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
So I did this a while ago.
Oh yeah. Oh bro. Oh man.
It's my baby right here.
Oh
so
boy.
I'm showing him my black belt, my first degree black belt.
This is sick.
As far as I went, it was amazing. Good times.
Yeah, my rank in Taekwondo. I'm actually you're my senior actually.
Oh nice.
Yeah, so I've been training Taekwondo since I was about, I want to say, 5 years old. I'm 20. I will be 29 at the end of this week, so that's interesting. Awesome. Yeah, and I still to this day I don't train at a school formally anymore. Our school closed down in 2013, but I have kept up with my training. Right. I am not a black belt. I am not official in any official capacity. Am I a black belt? However, I have been training with black belts since I was 15.
Oh yeah.
So it's very interesting.
Have you done tournaments?
Oh yeah.
No, I've always
Yeah.
When I switched schools, because originally I started at Robinson's, and they're more so like a franchise. It seemed like.
Yeah, they're more into forms, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but the thing they would do though is they would take the kids. Well, because I was a kid at the time.
Yeah.
To tournaments.
Yeah.
And do Olympic sparring. So there was a small avenue for hey, if you want to go into the Olympics, or Junior Olympics. You can do this.
Oh yeah, no, we did that.
As soon as I switched to McKellar's, unfortunately we didn't have that option anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like, my small dreams of doing something athletically at a higher level kind of dwindled down because I kept asking like, hey, when can we do this? And I constantly see newspapers of people, local kids or local teenagers, going to the Junior Olympics, and I was jealous.
Yeah,
I love
feel that.
competitive like fighting.
Yeah, so it's funny you bring that up. My dad is actually at one point in time he was the for our martial arts school. He was the Junior Olympic coach for the I don't know if it was California. No, it was just for our group specifically.
Yeah.
They went to Georgia for the Junior Olympics.
Oh, that's awesome.
And my dad, who is our instructor, he took my older brother, my cousin, and one of our other students to the Junior Olympics at that time, right? My older brother got gold. Our student got silver, and my cousin scored, I want to say 16th out of like 500 something other competitors.
Yeah. It's really competitive though.
Oh like, yeah, it is. It's wild.
The speed is insane. One Olympics that I keep replaying is I think it's 2004, where a guy knocks the other guy with like a flying hook kick.
Oh yeah, no, it's crazy.
And it's
dude.
like the heavyweight, so it's just like it looks deadly. Like holy sh.
Oh yeah, no, the weight classes are wild. But yeah, man, I mean, I've always wanted to do it too. Like I've always wanted to go to like big world events.
Have you wanted to competitively fight or? Do you have interest in that?
At the time, like, so when I was younger, no. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like, I'm super, like, I can be somewhat, like, aggressive now. Like, as an adult, like, I'm a lot more not steadfast, more like I guess the word would be abrasive. I'm not really sure if that's not abrasive.
I kind of know what you're.
Yeah, like I'm not as afraid. Yeah, I'm not shy. When I was younger, I was really shy, and I was really, really like all up in this like really weird headspace all the time.
Yeah.
I was always down and out, but as I got older, that's when I really started like expanding. When I turned 16, 17, my last tournament was when I was 17. I think it was like a Golden Gate Open in San Francisco. It was either in San Francisco. No. We went to Vegas. It was either Vegas or Reno, one of those. And yeah, dude, like that tournament was crazy. Like it was the second time ever I had ever gotten silver.
Oh, silver. Okay.
Yeah, silver. I wanted to get gold, but I was too tired. Like I would have gotten gold had I not like died.
Well, because as a younger kid, you know, your thoughts are different. You're like, you're not as. Some people are not as competitive. Like over time, I felt like the discipline I got from between taekwondo, football, and track and field, because I would gain discipline in the actual sports. So the discipline in competitive sports would be like, I don't want to hurt anyone, except football for some reason. But right now I'm doing boxing, and I do want to do amateur boxing, but I'm not at that level where I can just unclick the button and just be like, I'm gonna hurt the other guy.
Yeah.
Like I'm just so nice as it is that I don't want to hurt other people, and I'm like,
oh yeah, no man. I mean, like, to be fair, as a martial artist, right? We don't learn these things like real martial artists. I'm gonna tell you this right now. We don't do these things for the money, the fame. We don't do this to oppress people. We don't use our skills to hurt anybody. Like, the whole point of studying it, as counterintuitive as it is, we do these things to promote peace and to promote inner peace. A lot of the times more inner peace, but it's a lot more about like trying to make sure that you are secure in yourself and you're secure with the things around you. You know, it's like kind of preparing you with the mindset to take on what you need to take on in life, no matter how hard it gets. And it, like, I mean, again, martial arts has saved my ass more times than I can count. Like, just emotionally, mentally,
I was gonna say the same thing, yeah, because I was when I did Taekwondo, I didn't have anything I was doing, especially in my house. I was just watching. I was just a kid. My parents would always homebody me,
right?
And so my dad was just into Bruce Lee, and he wanted me to do martial arts for the longest time, and that's the one thing he would sign me up for.
Yeah.
Up until high school, where I had more of my choices, where I could play football, I could do this, I could do that. But I learned a lot of my discipline through martial arts. I was sharper. I was just so in tune with my own feelings and so controlling of anger and stuff.
Yeah.
So I give myself to. So I'm gonna circle back martial arts. And video games.
Yep.
Video games because I met people and I could relax and unwind.
Yeah, see, with me, I kind of didn't have a choice. With martial arts, I grew up in it, right? Like, I started when I was 5. My father's an instructor. Oh. My mother's the same rank of belt that I am. Way. Yeah, my youngest brother is a first-degree black belt in Taekwondo, same rank as you. My oldest brother is the same rank as you as well, first-degree black belt in Taekwondo.
So just a martial arts family.
Yeah, essentially, yes, we all are. Even my little sisters, who are I want to say like 11 and 8 now. No, Malia's 12 now, right? Or 11. Dude, I'm dying right now. My bad. Anyway. Yeah, they're young, but like they started doing Taekwondo too at a young age. They're both white belts. Yeah. You know, like this is it is definitely a family affair.
It goes beyond actually the sport. It goes beyond what people think it might be like fighting. Yeah, it's beyond that. I think it's more so. It's like a lifestyle, but it
is the lifestyle.
It's so beautiful because it means more. It means more.
It does, and it's crazy because like now we see all this MMA stuff and whatever out there, and not to disrespect any of the MMA guys. It's not. I'm not commenting on anything like that. It's more just I don't like how it's been sensationalized, like the whole media thing. Like, I mean, yes, they're all just doing a job, right? They're all just doing certain like publicity stunts to get people like to sell tickets.
Yeah, I get the showboating and stuff like that.
I do too, but it's like for me, me personally, I couldn't do that.
So, okay, here's the thing though. I was watching because on Facebook I occasionally get clips because I've been into boxing lately, and so I would get boxing clips, and as soon as I watch that, then the algorithm pushes MMA. Yeah. And so I'm like, whatever, I'm more so of a fan of boxing. Yeah. MMA though, I was watching where they would have one team versus the other team, and over the course of a few weeks, they're fighting each other, and they show the drama behind the scenes, right? And these are like grown men, like our age, men like arguing and so much adrenaline. And of course, they want the spot. They want to be the number one fighter.
But, and see, that's what irritates me about it, because it's like, that's just reality TV, man. Those guys don't actually hate each other. A lot of like maybe after a fight or something, they have some bad blood, but
I do see more though. I feel like I've noticed, the way they're acting, it's like they have more personal issues. Yeah. That they don't show on TV. Because a grown man's not going to just be like wanting to beat the shit out of another person like that. They're just, I mean, they do in the ring, obviously. And they're trying to be the number one fighter and show like that they're macho man. But
Yeah, and again, you know, like I said, a lot of that is just TV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of that stuff is just TV. Like the fighting skills and stuff in there, that's all real.
Yeah.
Dead ass. All of the things that happen in those matches, in those rings, that's all real, 100%. For as far as as far as like the UFC or the K1 fights and all that stuff, like the stuff you see on YouTube and stuff. Most of those, like I want to say, like 98% of those fights are all real. And the only reason why I say that is because sometimes there are like little events, right? Like I'm pretty sure people have seen that thing where it's like the Shaolin monk versus like a Muay Thai fighter and all that other stuff.
But wasn't that the early stages of UFC though, where
no, yes,
they had, remember the sumo guy versus like the BJJ guy those were insane fights.
Yeah, no, and those were insane fights, and those were also real as well. I'm talking about like more recently.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, because like there was one out there I found a little bit ago where I thought it was a Shaolin monk, like a legit one, right? And he was doing Sancho, but I come to find out, dude doesn't do Sancho. He's also not a monk. He's he impersonates them as acting. Acting.
So they do like choreography.
No, it wasn't choreography. They were fighting, but like the other side threw the fight.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it was a publicity stunt, is what I'm saying.
Makes sense.
And that's why, like, that's what helps delegitimize, you know, like, you want to help delegitimize something, that's a good way to do it.
But I feel like martial arts in general, like, when you think of it, you think of karate, right?
No, see, that's
but that's
the general person. I'm different.
You grew okay. So I'm speaking from someone that, even though my dad watched it, you know, we're not a martial arts family like you guys are. So you grew up in whatever martial arts you grew up in.
Taekwondo, Muay Thai, kickboxing.
When you think of martial arts, as a normal person, you think karate or Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Growing up.
Okay.
And so those days, like, they're gone because of the UFC and you know, at some point boxing was big. It's not saying it's not big. Saying it's not big, but
boxing's
right
amazing.
now it's been like UFC, and then like, you know, what's next? Now it's like famous people boxing, or not even famous people, YouTubers, yeah.
Yeah.
And also, and it's fine. It's adding light to the sport, in my opinion. I know some people are against that because it's like,
I'm not against it. I just don't like Logan Paul. Period.
Do you not like Logan or Jake or both?
Either of them?
Yeah,
they're. Like whether or not their fighting ability is good, like just as people, they are shit people.
My opinion though,
they ruined Pokemon anyway.
Jake, big ego.
Yeah,
needs to actually fight a real fighter.
Yes, he does.
He finally found a real fighter, but apparently he's not the best striker. And so now I'm like, oh, come on. So now I have to wait for another fight. This fight's going to be...
Wait,
like,
who was the one that was supposed to fight McGregor? I remember something
It was Jake.
It was Jake?
Yeah, but McGregor never said anything. He's just like, no.
Yeah. That's really... Yeah, I think McGregor is like McGregor's good on his money. Like, he doesn't...
That's probably why he didn't respond. Or...
Yeah, but like I'll be real honest with you, though. I don't think... Like whether or not dude has been training for a bit, like him against McGregor, and this is just off of talent. Stunt. Yeah, it is a publicity stunt, but off talent alone, if McGregor was really trying to get him, McGregor would get him. That's like McGregor going against what was the guy Khabib? That's a fight. That's a fight I'd love to see. Yeah.
But even so, what I was trying to say is Jake only fought Nate Robinson, that was the biggest joke I've ever seen in my life. Like, if you watched did you watch the fight?
No, I did not.
It's so embarrassing to boxing. Like, not even like, oh, it's Jake Paul fighting. It's Nate Robinson just jumping around like he's half playing basketball, and it's like, it's even trying.
Yeah.
Jake's first opponent was another YouTuber, and that one was embarrassing because the other guy, I don't know what he was doing. He was scared.
Yeah.
It's just interesting to watch.
You would pull it up.
Darryl pulled it up here, and we're watching it. Who's that? That's Nate Robinson fight. Yeah. See, he's just lunging at him.
No, they're hugging. That is combative hugging.
No. That not that part. You'll see it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of hugging though.
Yeah, they're combatively hugging. Oh my god. Yeah.
So, but watching this from like a boxing perspective, Jake knew what he was doing, but couldn't like land some.
Yeah,
amazing punches.
He couldn't materialize what he saw. or what he wanted, and that's a big thing.
Yeah,
you know,
and then the hugging.
Yeah,
which is fair. It's fair.
No, clinching is fine, but literally every time, dude, it looked like they were just hugging. Yeah. And who is that guy? Like
Nate Robinson, basketball player.
He's a basketball player.
38 years old. Jake, 22, 23.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I can't amateur fight against Jake. Like he'd probably beat my ass.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even entertain
You don't even want to comment. I mean, I'm not gonna fight him anytime soon.
No, not you. Not about you. In general, I'm not gonna comment on that just because I'm not trying to put myself or yourself in a situation and then have him try to gun on us.
Yeah, no way. He's shooting for the moon though. Like that's what it seems like.
No, it's not even shooting for the moon. He's literally just trying to. He wants clout.
Yeah.
Once the clout's gone.
Yeah.
Logan
Paul though on the other hand against Mayweather. Don't know. I still don't know what to think of that.
Yeah.
Size difference, but also Mayweather's he's the best defensive fighter in boxing.
Yeah, no. Mayweather's definitely one of the best freaking strategists in the game.
However, if Logan wins magically, the amount of publicity, age doesn't matter. Even at 43, it doesn't matter. Like Mayweather's he knows what he's doing though.
Okay, let me set the record straight. Age does matter if he was fighting somebody who is also as professionally talented as Mayweather is.
In that perspective.
But not in this. No, yeah, I don't see that being a thing. Whether or not Logan's younger or not, he doesn't have the chops, nor does he have the he doesn't have the chops or the gumption to fight Mayweather. Exactly. I just don't think he does. Also, too, just putting it out there. I'm Japanese because I'm part Japanese. There's a reason why I don't like Logan Paul.
Oh, okay. It took me a while.
He is trash, bro. Yeah. He is trash.
What ethnicity are you? Just Japanese or
Japanese, Filipino, and Guamanian. Chamorro, people from Guam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. It's like that dude came into one of my father countries because my dad's Japanese and Filipino. Mm-hmm. He came into one of my father countries. Freaking disrespected one of their main marketplaces. Went up, he bought a Game Boy. Was like, oh yeah, watch this. This doesn't work. And he caused a scene, threw the freaking Game Boy on the floor, and messed up an entire selling counter at one of the stores that he bought this Game Boy at. And just completely made a whole scene, embarrassed the manager and everybody that was there. They had to call. If I'm not mistaken, did they call the cops on him? I want to know if they called the cops on him.
I mean, but that was viewed in.
That was one of the things, right? What took the cake was while he was in Japan, he went to the suicide forest. Mm-hmm. That's at the base of Mount Fuji.
I remember seeing the video.
Yeah, and what's messed up about what's messed up about this forest, and again, no disrespect to the Japanese. I apologize for to bring this up, but he went in there. And freaking on his camera, whether he blurred the face out or not, there was someone hanging from a tree. And he decided to videotape
it. Was very YouTube-y in the sense of look, there's something behind.
And people were laughing in the video. Whether or not that was nervous laughter or not, how dare you? Yeah. How dare you?
I've never seen a lot of people nervous laugh like that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That, how dare you, dude? And again, he wants it to be done with and over. It's yo, dog, you did it. Pay the consequences for your actions, cuz I'm surprised you still haven't been extradited, homie. I'm surprised you haven't felt the force of the freaking the government punishment over there. Cuz dude, you disrespected an entire nation, dog.
What did he do wrong though in the sense of
it is very disrespectful. It's essentially desecrating the dead.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Just filming it.
Yeah. Whether it is suicide or not. Mm-hmm. I mean, think about it like this: if you had family, right, and they did that to them, God forbid anything like this ever happens, would you want someone else videotaping it and then publicizing it all over the internet?
No,
absolutely not.
Yeah,
and that's why everyone was pissed.
Yeah.
It was just not. It wasn't okay, man. I don't care how many years goes by. A lot of people in our generation ain't gonna forget that, especially people of Japanese descent.
A lot of people aren't forgiving. I mean, everyone has their own thing. I personally I wouldn't say I forgive anyone for certain things, but like more so, I'm over a lot of things because I see things as people make mistakes, and there's certain mistakes that I'm like, no, you don't like. There's a YouTuber that was acting very pedophiliac, and I'm like, yeah, I don't fuck with that because that'll stay with you. And I'm not gonna name drop because it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah,
They're just a weirdo.
But it's just it's hard. It's harder even now to want to forget these things because of everything else that's happening right now. Like there's a huge spike in like anti-Asian sentiments throughout the United States.
Oh,
People
right
have been
now
attacked.
it's big.
Yeah, it's big.
He was
it's
like
big,
viewing
but it's even
something.
worse.
Yeah.
It's even worse now, dude.
Yeah.
Last week and the week before, how many of our elders were killed?
But
Yeah.
elders
Yeah,
is like
a lot.
it's just so weird
They're
that
targeting them, dude.
people are just targeting like elders.
No,
as
you
well.
want to know why they're targeting our elders? Because they know that if they targeted any of us, they'd be done real quick. Especially someone like me, they'd be done.
But we're living in an age too where everything's filmed because a lot of these are we're finding out
filmed.
Yeah,
and it's like why would you do that, dude? Like it doesn't make any damn sense.
it's idiotic and
and it's just like as far as like sometimes I even feel like some of those folks that were killed, like the people who went out and did that, like they were hired to do it to cause more commotion. Like, you know what I'm saying?
like a conspiracy, but not.
It's conspiracy
actually,
somewhat.
yeah.
But like it makes sense kind of only because it's like there's so much crap going on right now. What's the next thing we gotta fight? You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense, yeah.
And
Okay, here's the thing too, because we're on that subject, and I don't like to get into politics or.
I do not like to. Either,
This is not politics, though. It's human rights.
Yeah.
It's humanity.
Yeah.
The thing is, I will never post about politics on my social media. I respect both sides because I'm trying to learn from both sides. However, when it comes to the action, like we're out there marching for the elder abuse of Asians. I'm gonna go out there. I'm not gonna post about it nor take pictures. I'm just gonna go out there and
you're gonna go do what you gotta do.
So you have my full support.
Thank
should
you.
that happen, and it most likely will this year.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't want another incident, but it's gonna have to happen.
Yeah, no, and that's just what it is, man. It's such a sick, twisted, and sad thing. Excuse my language. I apologize for cussing.
No, you can swear all you want.
All right, for sure. But like
your parents are watching this.
Whether or not they are or not, I'm sorry. They know I cuss like a sailor. Anyway, as far as that goes, though, like, I live with my grandparents. You know what I'm saying? I get up every day. I see them before I go to work, and then I come home and my grandma made dinner or my grandpa's doing something in the house. If I came home one day and found out someone assaulted either one of them, oh, bro.
It's not even
I wouldn't stop until the guy got caught.
It's because like when you see elders, they're fragile, they're small, they're helpless. Essentially, it's like if you see a toddler and you just kick the I can't even imagine that because it's just like you have no fucking heart, It's like people are so disgusting. It's atrocious. I'm getting a little fired up.
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's hard because even last year I had to get off of social media. I legitimately for once in my life took a social media break. I said I'm deleting Twitter, deleting Facebook, and this and that. And I could not handle some of the stuff that's being said. And I was actually because I'm an empath, so I felt people's emotions and I felt all the hate going on and
it's not even so much hate coming from me. It's just more like, yo, bro, you're gonna do something like that whatever comes to you, that's granted. Period. Like whatever you pump into the universe, that's what you're gonna get back tenfold. Exactly. That whether it be karma or not, like it's not right. You know what I'm saying? That what's happening right now, it hasn't been right. Between and I know this is a little controversial, but like between any minority, whether you be black, Asian, Hispanic, whatever, even white people. Yeah. It doesn't. Racially charged violence is not okay. Period.
Yeah. And you can. This is just setting the ladder up there. You could take a step back. Violence is not okay. You can take a step back. Elder abuse is not okay, and you can just keep going. And it doesn't get any better.
It does not.
It doesn't. It's just like people are just so hateful nowadays, and it's
what it is that people are so people will believe anything that's shown to them, like through Facebook, through the news, through all these things. And to me, it's like, until you've lived it, bro, like, don't speak on it. Like, like again, there are things that I've had to go through, that I've seen, that I've experienced. I'm not going to speak on it too much because it involves a lot of different things and a lot of different people. But like I'm not going to speak names or specific events, but I'll say this. Like, there's a lot of crap that I've had to deal with in my life in the last, like, 5 years, that it's like, I don't condone what is going on, and I don't condone people trying to speak to me about things that they know nothing on. You know, and it's not okay. It's not okay to try to front and act like you do, and not to say you or anyone else in here is saying that. I'm just in general, you know, in a general capacity, it's not okay to front, you know.
Okay, here's the thing though. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm also going to tell you, I personally feel like people that have not gone through something in particular should have a voice, because sometimes the people that have gone through that don't have a voice. Yeah. An example of what happened last year. You see a lot of Caucasian people going out in Black Lives Matter and chanting it as well. And it's like, it's because some people just feel like they don't have a voice. Or
what I meant...
It's amplification.
Right. And I understand that amplification. That's not what I'm speaking on. Okay. I'm speaking on folks trying to act like they know when they don't. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say fronting to kick it, I'm talking about like how can I explain this?
I mean, you have to throw out the subject.
No, right, right.
You know,
right. But it's like, okay, good example. Being in a fight. Okay. Right. I've been in several fights. I've been in I've been in matches and whatnot. Right. Mm-hmm. But then to have somebody who just watches on TV.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Who's never been in a fight in their life, come to try to tell me how to throw a punch.
Yeah. Makes sense.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm
talking about. But really aggressively about it.
Yeah.
It's like me and him were talking about it, about sports. We were talking about the trading, the players and stuff, and like, we want this, we want that. And then we just said, you know, at the end of the day, it's whatever the team decides, because they know what happens behind closed doors. Mm-hmm. And I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. It's not even, again, like, if you feel like you want to support something you're very strongly in, you feel very strongly about, okay, cool, support what you want. That's your right to. But what's it called? Like if you're going to get educated, is what I'm saying. Exactly. You know what I mean? Education is important.
This is exactly why I don't blindly just post everything politics on social media. As much as I like a certain politician or whatever they're saying, I want to do my research, because then I'd sound stupid agreeing with them. Yeah. And even so, regardless if I'm educated and I figured it out, someone's going to disagree with me.
Well, and that's okay for them to disagree. Yeah. But we live in an age where it's like, and this is just an example, I don't mean this towards anybody. Okay. It's literally like, oh, bigoted comment, racist comment. You shouldn't say that. That's a really crappy thing to say. Other side, right? So bigoted comment, and then other person says, no, that's not right. Bigoted person says, oh, you're taking away my Second Amendment. I'm not taking away your Second Amendment. I'm literally I'm using my Second Amendment, or not Second Amendment, my freedom of speech, excuse me. Yeah. I'm using my freedom of speech to tell you that what you're saying with your freedom of speech is stupid. You just want to be able to say what you're going to say without someone judging you for it. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. Not Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment, right? Yeah, I think it's the Fourth Amendment.
Jesus, we're lost on amendments here.
Yeah, we are.
Sad. Yeah. Second Amendment, isn't it?
Second is the right to bear arms.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah, I got the amendment wrong. I apologize.
Talking about freedom of speech, I'm pretty sure that's the First Amendment.
That's the First Amendment.
Yeah, First Amendment.
Yeah, see, I'm bad. I haven't done government in forever. Oh, it is. I think, right? Yeah. Hold on, we're looking it up.
See, I'm not trying to get into politics here.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that.
Not even that. It's like, see, I don't even know my amendments.
Getting educated on it though is important.
Yeah, see, I'm getting educated right now. I knew this. Mm-hmm. I'm reinforcing my knowledge because it's been a while.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to know this again. But
yeah,
it's search and seizure.
Search and seizure.
In simple terms,
yeah. Search and seizure. Okay, well, my point is that right. My point is that everybody just wants to have an opinion and not get judged for it. But it's like...
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. And you know what? Like, that... what makes someone stronger, and this was what I was trying to get at, was what makes someone stronger in the end is being able to have your opinion, stick to your opinion no matter what else anyone else says, and like, you know, especially if you know you're in the right, like, or not even if you know you're in the right, but like if you know it's gonna benefit everybody, you know, and you stand by what you're saying and doing it, it's a good way to go.
Yeah.
Know? I mean, the reason why I do martial arts and dance and all this other stuff is to generate and spread positivity and harmony, not and love and respect and community, not
but also stand your ground for when something bad happens, like obviously this elder abuse, and I keep saying elder abuse, I'll say Asian elder abuse because it's more direct towards that.
Thank you.
But it's, you got to stand up for what you believe in sometimes, and that's fair. Like I'm all for positivity and, you know, good vibes and all this and that. However, if I see something wrong, I gotta do something.
Yeah, you gotta call it out where it's at. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's simple, you know. But yeah, man, you know, we that's just what it is. What was I gonna say? See, we got derailed by all the like political speak.
Yeah, see, it gets
There's
so much to talk about, though. That's the thing.
There is. I mean, like. It went, what was it? We were talking about video games, Pokemon, and then it went to...
The virus,
the virus, how we dealt with the virus, martial arts, and then Logan Paul, and boxing. I
mean, that's fine. Yeah, okay, so, I want to circle back a little bit. Martial art, you got back into martial arts, and you started feeling a great sense of, like, being back to yourself, or...
It was more of... It wasn't necessarily refinding myself. It was more of just, like, waking up, you know? I was in a stupor for a really long time. Like, numb, a really dark stupor. Yeah, and I just, very numb. And, like, it took me a minute, but when I started getting back into training, you know, it took me a little bit, but as soon as I got back into training, things started taking off.
Yeah.
And, like, now where I'm at right now, which is really interesting, is, like, I teach at this lightsaber place, right?
Oh, the lightsaber, Cave, yeah. Right?
And exciting. I have a bunch of students there now and stuff. And we do tournaments, actually. Like, one of the first tournaments we ever went to, I ended up winning. It was out in Arizona. Nice. Yeah.
Okay, do you guys use actual lightsabers?
Yes. Or... Not like the photon sword
not like the Disney ones, right?
Heat rods. No, we actually... Okay, so...
You'll have to send me a picture later.
I have it in my car. Anyway.
Okay, even better.
I got you. I got you. But as far as it goes with the lightsaber stuff, right? We have these things. They're called Saber Smiths, right? And all they really are is just a bunch of dudes who get together. They create the components and parts to make sabers, and then we use polycarbonate blades, right? That you can shoot the light through, and it actually like irradiates through the blade.
Oh, that's sick.
These blades, man, the polycarbonate ones, especially for like the thick ones, they go between like 36 inches to like 40 inches in length. Now these things are thick, dude. Like, what is it? What's it called? I can break a car window with it. Like,
damn.
Yeah, I could break someone's like if I were to hit someone with it. Like, yeah, you could definitely like you know what I'm saying? Like these.
Do you have a competition that's going to be local by chance that people can see?
We do every Saturday actually over at the Kyber Cave. We do what's it called? We do our own little like in-home like tournament thingies for the community.
You said we can see, right? Like if Darryl and I decided to bring our camera and record some cool footage.
We would love the what's it called? The publicity. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And just to put it out there, just because I can do the things that I said with the lightsaber does not mean that I would go out and do it. I was just telling you how strong they were.
Yeah.
Just as a disclaimer.
I mean, you must have figured it out because you've done it.
Yeah,
you broke a window.
I did not break a window. I did break some pottery though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
you
was
gotta test it out though. I mean, you gotta test it out.
Well, yeah, no. And there's like 2 or 3 different like ways to do it. I was just reading up on this because we're doing a different style now. Like we're learning like 3 different styles. So the first style is like light armor. So like we have gloves, helmets, right? And it's more like tag with the lightsabers.
Yeah.
But the one we're doing now is called light speed. Now
that's sick.
Think like it's called light speed sabering or it's light speed saber league, and think think fencing, like Olympic.
That's what I picture, kind of, but with like cool
but
gear.
You're not stabbing. You're freaking like swashbuckling almost.
Yeah.
But with Eskrima.
So you're like a catcher in baseball. You're wearing all this gear and stuff.
It's not even a lot of gear actually. It's just a helmet, elbow guards, and gloves.
That's sick.
Yeah. Now, if you did heavies like they're called TSL, the Saber Legion. Those guys go full contact. Like those guys are pretty.
I was gonna ask if Alex does it, but I forgot his ankle is hurting right now.
Yeah.
If I do
the lightsaber stuff.
Yeah, he'd be a Sith though, right?
Probably, honestly.
Yo, I would just be a baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah, baby Yoda chilling.
Get carried.
Yeah.
Get carried. Grogu.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, like I'll check my schedule and see if we can like be photographers for your guys' event.
Oh yeah, dude.
And I'm sure you guys would appreciate pictures.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. The more stuff we could put on social media.
I'm offering our services without consulting him, but I'm sure it'd be a good practice, especially in action based.
If it's within the confines of what you guys, if you guys are down for it, yeah, we're most definitely. I mean, again, I've been trying to build help build a base for this for a while. Like I'm trying to build more of a student base so we can make a little bit more money to pump into the school, get some new equipment, keep the doors open.
Yeah, what's the place called again?
The Kyber Cave.
The Kyber Cave, and this is located in
Fairfield.
Fairfield, okay.
Downtown Fairfield.
Downtown Fairfield,
Yeah.
in California.
Yes.
For those of you that
Fairfield,
didn't
California, not Fairfield, Connecticut, for whatever reason.
There's a Fairfield, Connecticut.
There is a Fairfield, Connecticut. It's weird. Anyway,
did you map yourself there one time by accident on Google?
Yeah. Don't ask questions.
You're like in Nebraska. You're like, hey, we gotta turn around.
Where am I at? No, but yeah, the Kyber Cave, and we're over there. We do a whole bunch of stuff. I teach classes every Wednesday.
Is it just cybers or like sabers? Is it like anything else like martial arts or?
Well, I'm trying to open up. Like I'm not the owner. I'm just a teacher there.
Okay.
But I'm trying to work out a thing where I can start teaching self-defense classes. Like
oh, nice.
Like right now, I've gotten a request from a couple of folks to teach their kids self-defense. So we're trying to see where that goes. But it's mainly like lightsaber stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're also building our own sabers too. We're working on getting our machines in there to get the
armors and stuff. I know. Oh, yeah. So this is a long way to go. But my brother, he's learning 3D printing and not just standard 3D printing, but just going up and over. So, I mean, one day maybe he'll be making actual like armor pieces or something like that, and I'll let you know.
I will say this, like 3D printed stuff is cool, but it's not the most durable.
It's not necessarily what you're thinking though.
Well, no, probably not.
It's like it is being printed 3D, but it's not necessarily like that.
It's not the material.
Yeah, it's a little bit more fancier. Like he's actually trying to get. Well, this is what he was trying to do. Get an internship to build guns.
Oh,
like real like metal gun. Yeah, and it's not like, you know what I mean. Like when I say 3D printing, it's more generalized to like like real like military style stuff, and so it'd be something that I can see where he's at right now.
It would just depend on the polymers and things that he uses. Because I mean, like in retrospect, 3D printing, like the plastic. I have a bunch of friends and family that do a lot of 3D printing on their own, and their 3D printing is just like.
I know what you're thinking.
Products are very flimsy.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking like the generic 3D print, but when I say that, he's building like just weird, fancy stuff and
No, I get it. Again, it's all about durability at that point. Like if you're gonna make armor, like we have 3D printed sabers right now. Like someone started 3D printing sabers.
This is just flopper.
No, it's not. You can't use them for fighting.
Yeah.
It's all display.
Oh yeah,
all display. Because
when I did
clashing with those, you're done.
When I did Taekwondo, we did a lot of events, and it was just more so for show.
Yeah.
Like some of the swords were all show, like, but we would practice with more blunt swords. But in at performances, it would be like really light swords that kind of have
I know what you're talking about. They're performance weapons. With the lightsaber stuff, they're also considered performance weapons. It's just that in the grand scheme of things, it's a sport, right? Like it's an upcoming sport. So they have to make weapons, or not even weapons, but like materials and equipment that are durable and will last. Because I mean, like I'll tell you this right now. Last weekend, I went. We did a tournament, and I ended up fighting like 8 times, 8, 9 times. There was a bracket of 18 people, dude. Like I was there all night.
Oh,
like,
that's intense.
The last fight we did was
Did you have the high ground?
barely. The guy who you're a fool, by the way.
You know what I'm talking.
Yes,
I
do. Of course.
You have
if
to.
I didn't know that joke, I'd probably be throwing myself in the traffic.
It's like, oh no, he doesn't know anything.
Jesus Christ. I've got the high ground, Anakin. Yeah, I know that joke. Anyway, the guy I was fighting, dude, this guy was tall. I standing next to him, like standing straight up. I only.
Did you work the inside and then?
No. I stood up next to him when we took a picture together. I only came up to his shoulder, and he fought me with a freaking spear.
For those of you that don't know, Aaron's 6'4".
No, I am 5'6",
5'6".
I am 5'6", 5'7" on a good day.
You're taller than me. So
Wait, so is he only
bro.
6 feet?
I'm 5'6".
But the other guy then?
Yeah, he was like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
Like, this dude was tall. He was a basketball player. I think they said he was moving to Arizona to pursue.
That's not.
But
Respectively, that's not that tall. But to me and you and Darryl.
Yeah, I'm a short guy, so to me,
I know what
tall.
you mean. Yeah, it is tall.
And his reach was ridiculous.
He just met my friend this weekend. He's 6'5". Mm-hmm. I kept saying 6'6", but when we saw him, he's 6'5".
You gave him that extra inch. Extra inch with good shoes.
With good shoes,
Good shoes.
Some platformers.
Yeah,
or something.
no, but I freaking. It was a struggle trying to get through his distance, man. Yeah. I did try to stay on the inside. I had to rush him a couple of times. I had to do everything I could to trick him so I could freaking catch him. It was rough.
I myself want to do like amateur boxing. Like that's my goal because I know obviously I won't say this because it could happen, but I want to do amateur boxing.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna fight these tall dudes that are gonna be like 6 something, and I'm like 5'8". Mike Tyson did it. If he did it.
Adopt the peekaboo style, dude.
Yeah.
Get aggressive and learn how to freaking do the Dempsey roll and
Yeah.
take them out like Hajime no Ippo. For those of you who don't know, it's a boxing anime. Just saying. Anyway.
Boxing anime? Is that what you said?
Yes, there's a boxing anime. I will show it to you later.
Yep, all right, for sure.
I got you, fam.
Sure. Okay, so video games. You met people through it. You didn't meet people on stream, though.
I've met a few people on stream, but I don't actually like stream. I leave it to this man over here, Alex, to stream. Because Alex is like really good at that stuff.
So Alex has been he's been streaming longer, I believe, but he recently got back into it. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's just like I think this is like either my first complete week or my second week doing it. But it's just it's all completely new to me, but it's just learning everything.
Yeah. What's your Twitch name? Is it WeebBuscuit?
Yeah, it's so like there's this foreign Pokemon player. I'm not gonna name him, but he looks at my name and he calls me WeebBuscuit. I'm like, what's a WeebBuscuit, bro? But yeah, it is twitch.tv/WeebBuscuit. And
wait, what did I call it?
You?
Yeah, WeebBuscuit, right?
Yeah, WeebBuscuit.
Oh,
yeah.
You had me thinking I called it Weeb's.
No.
Okay, I'm lost. But okay,
there's that psychology.
Okay, so
trick for you.
in the first few moments of streaming, have you found any new friends that would like? When I say new, not us, not locally, but like a new person, and they consistently come to your stream, and you're like, oh, who are you? And you're like, basically, they're your new viewer.
It's kind of weird, but in a good way, where it's just like there's these two people that just keep coming back, and like one of them's from Canada, and then the other one's from Belgium.
Oh,
and it's
exciting, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to think about. Like as soon as you start, like it's not just local to your country. Like anybody can come across you and just pick you up. So yeah, I mean, I don't expect to like get like super big and famous one day, but if I happen to get just like a couple of people to just kick back and relax.
Yeah. I mean, when I streamed, I considered anyone that was watching my stream my friends, because over time of just evolving from YouTube, just making content to streaming, they would consistently come back. So at that point, I'm like, they're not even viewers to me; they're friends. And so,
and I like that you say that, because there's like this thing on Streamlabs where it's like follower goal, and it's like I have X amount of followers, and if I don't have this many followers, blah blah. But what I put on there is like a friend's goal.
Yeah.
And then every time somebody new comes to the stream, I'm like, hey man, like it says so and so is following, and I'm like, hey, thanks for being my friend, dude. Like it really means a lot, and I think it shouldn't be more so for like, oh, let me see how many followers. It's like how many people I could connect with.
Yeah, I mean, reality though, it is like. It's when people want to stream, a lot of people have that aspiration of like, I'm gonna be big one day, and that's like a hidden fact behind everyone. However, one second, hey, can you tell Lorelai if she's, just ask her if she's on the phone? Oh, never mind. But anyways, people have that thing where it's like, am I going to be big one day or whatever? And then they start noticing like, you're starting off, it's like you have to be humbled almost. And you have like 1 to 10 people, and those people are consistent. And then you end up becoming friends because like you share so much with them, especially like the first few people that you talk to.
Yeah, I'm not like trying to shame anybody for having that job. I mean, like even myself, like, just getting into it, I think like, dang, like what if I get like super famous or whatever? And it's like, to just try to shoot for that, I feel like it's you gotta have something a little more realistic, right? Mm-hmm. You gotta shoot for like, all right, what are the baby steps and just like that foundation that you build. Yeah, for yourself, exactly. Right? So it's like, let me shoot for something that's like maybe manageable, like maybe 10 people that just
because a lot of it too, and you can do it for fun as well, and you enjoy that because a lot of the time too, it's like, especially now during quarantine, it's been a lot of like, oh, you have to stay at home, so what do you do? And you go live, and there's a lot of people already watching, so that's exciting to have a lot of people like kind of like hang out with you essentially, while you're at home, and like, backseat game, or like, just enjoy what's going on, enjoy you as a person.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, like the backseat gaming thing. Like there's this option on there where you get to like allow your viewers or the people that you're hanging out with, like, to like interact with your stream. Uh-huh. So like, let's say you're playing the game, Poisonatus, whatever, and then your whole stream is like, you know what, he needs the boss. No, we're just gonna hard retreat and pass. Like
what?
Yeah, it's
on for Pokemon, right?
No, it could be. It's just in general. I'm gonna have to shoot it to you later.
That's interesting. I mean, that's funny because I know they did that for Pokemon where people would decide what happens and stuff like that.
Oh, Pokemon! What Twitch plays Pokemon, right?
Yeah, and so everyone's doing it, and so like the game collectively like got interesting because it just got weird, and people are just making crazy choices and whatnot. But have you?
Isn't that what we normally do when we play Pokemon anyway? Basically.
I feel like the weird choices though will definitely be when you're making your own deck that's not a meta deck, and you're just like, you know what, I'm gonna just throw this random card in there for fun and see what happens. Like Cyrus when that came out. Mm-hmm. And those of you that don't know what Cyrus says, you just choose any 2 Pokemon on your opponent's bench, and then you shuffle the rest away. It's just like, I feel like that's really rude.
Yeah, but I mean, I've done that too. Like, just added a random card just to get a laugh in. But all it is consistency. If the rest of your deck does well, and then that card's in there, it's like a big meme. Even like Hop draw 3 cards, and you're like, what does that mean?
I mean, well, Hop actually became like a pretty big thing. I think it was like the senior this. I forget who exactly, but they played 4 Hop and 4 Welder, and the thing with that day, just constantly draw 3 cards. But that's he made top, and I'm just like, what? Hop's
everyone's
actually
like, and then everyone
card?
Tries to copy, and they don't do well, and you're like, yeah, then it dies. But have you met anyone though because of the streaming or?
Yeah, there's actually a few other people I've met through streaming, and it's just like when you get to meet these people, like this other streamer, like his handle is Maddie Hattie, but like when you
wait, is that? Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's like a green logo with an M and an H in it, but it's this. I mean, he's
is he
playing
from Vegas.
I don't know exactly. It's MATT.
What's his social security?
Actually, I don't have his social, but I do have his. Yeah. TT. I have his birth certificate actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Easy.
Oh, wait, is that really his birth certificate you got there, or what?
Yeah, but it's just one of those things. Like, sorry, it's just one of those things where it's like, you meet people and then it's not more so like, it doesn't feel transactional. You kind of feel like
We're friends.
We're friends. Just
I met a few people like that, and I find it like interesting. It was awkward at first, but then okay, one example. This one wasn't awkward. I was in Vegas and I tweeted out like, "Hey, I'm in Vegas," right? Yeah. Like I'm some famous person. Like everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, you're in Vegas." Like I know one person in Vegas that I'm friends with, specifically.
Right.
When I say friends, it's someone that views my stream, but I called them friends because we are actually our friends. We share stuff.
Yeah. So Cardi B just like met you at the airport terminal.
Yeah,
like,
Terminal 7, American Airlines. But no, anyway, so I met up with this guy. We just hung out for the night. It was really fun. Made some memories, took some pictures, and it felt like we were just friends hanging out, like meeting online. You know how you see people that would play on Xbox Live and then they would meet online and then they're like, they have a genuinely happy picture.
So that's one thing I also want to comment on is like, so they're like with the whole COVID thing, like there's like boom of all this like online apps or whatever. It's like that pair you together with, or that group you together with people with similar interests. So it's like, oh, people who like gaming. Oh, I like gaming. And then, like, let's just, hang out through there or whatever.
Yeah. Right? I mean, I use those apps, but they're more so like Tinder and stuff, and they pair you with people that you like.
Yeah, speaking of which, there's your boy over here, Aaron. If there are any single non-binary / everyone who is single or available, holla at your boy Ninja Steps, because he is currently searching for a person or persons.
Very, very specific here. Unfortunately, this is not a dating podcast, but we will talk about.
Oh my god! Why would you shout me out like that, you prick?
Hey man, I'm just I kid you not, bro. I can be like the best wingman, and
okay, I do agree. Alex is a good wingman, and I've seen it. I saw it in person.
Yes.
However,
you're wingmanning like the wrong people. I'm not the wrong person, but Javier though.
No, I mean the fact that he got hot. Okay, first of all,
the fact
explain what happened. Explain what happened first before we go into it.
Okay, real quick. Those of you who don't know who we're talking about are good.
We talk about Javier. We talk about Javier all the time.
So you mean top 4 Denver?
Top 4 Denver.
Top 4 Denver.
Top 4 Denver.
So you guys know that this is the guy who absolutely refuses consecutive weeks on end to go on a date with any female. So we're just chilling in Concord at the veranda, right? Uh-huh. And there's this group of women on the bachelorette run, just like having the time of their lives or whatever. And then
what were we doing though? What were we doing?
We're
a bunch of fucking nerds.
A board game about building railroads.
Ticket to Ride.
Yeah, Ticket to Ride, bro. So I was like, you know what? I got this.
And the girls were all overdressed. Obviously, they're out being bachelorettes.
Oh, they were bad. They were bad, dude.
When we say bad, that means good. By the way.
Yes.
No.
But
no, it means terrible.
No.
They were doing
It's funny because I was like, hey, you want me to take your guys' picture for you? Because clearly
they were having issues taking a picture.
They were clearly drunk.
And, okay, so at the time, though, I did bring my camera. However, I was in this phase where I could not deal with anything, like, emotionally. Yeah, so I was watching everything. But go ahead.
You recently went through something, right?
Yeah. A breakup. We'll just be
you
real
most
here.
recently went through a breakup. So that's understandable. But, those females came by. They're just... One of them fell backwards trying to take a selfie, and you could literally see everything, bro. I was just like, oh snap, there are kids eating at the restaurant right across from them.
What?
Like, okay. All right. So I offered to take their picture, and then they seem really nice, whatever. And then I'm just like, hey, like, by chance, would any of you be, open to, dating one of my friends, because he's actually looking for a decent woman.
A decent woman. So they're all looking for their worst woman, and
yeah. They all huddled together. They started talking, and then
they're a little intoxicated too. So they're giggling too, but they're
a
like,
lot toxic, like
Yeah.
a lot. Bro.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, but so they get back to me. They're like, all right, so what's his name? What's he look like, and all this other stuff. So and I tell them, and they're like, all right, can you show us who he is? I'm just like,
oh,
I can get you his phone number. And then they're like, all right, we'll take his phone number. So they leave, and then they come back 3 minutes later, and they come to our table because they recognize me, whatever.
Yeah,
and they're like,
the picture man.
yeah. And then remember, they all huddled around us. They're like, which one of you is Javier?
Oh,
and I was like, so sus, because
we're playing a fucking board game like nerds.
Yeah, we're playing Ticket to Ride. And
but
we're just
fair
like,
enough,
who?
we were doing our own thing. We weren't like out there like trying to get with girls.
We weren't like harassing them or anything.
Mm-hmm.
They actually, they're the ones that approached us.
Yeah, see, they came to us.
Yeah.
They harassed you.
Yeah, they're harassing us. We're trying to get a good game on.
2021.
Well, I mean, the game was definitely on. You did.
Equal opportunity. Everybody's,
Equal opportunity. Everybody's game, bruh.
But what's funny about that is like another one of our friends, David. Like he's like, hey, can you
David, the one that looks like Thor, right?
Yes.
David.
Yes.
Yeah.
The one that looks like he could be on a L'Oreal commercial. L'Oreal commercial.
L'Oreal commercial.
Yeah.
He does look like Thor, like the nerdy Thor.
He's
Nerdy Thor. That's why I say it like that.
Geeky
Thor?
Thor.
Or just Thor. Maybe he's just Thor.
He's Thor. He's Thor in
Thor,
disguise.
Thor from Ragnarok or whatever.
Yeah.
Not
But
Big Lebowski Thor.
Maybe.
but yeah, he was like,
Big
hey bro,
Lebowski
can
bad.
you why didn't you give me their phone number or give them my phone number? I'm just like, oh snap, I have a new phone. I don't even have your phone number, but I got you, bro. I will tell them that there's another, one of my friends, or whatever, because yeah, that was just a crazy night. But
yeah, but again, it's like,
to circle back though, I will wingman the shit out of anybody that will come our way.
I've been waiting.
but we have to go out too, and
I'm rolling
it's
my
that's
eyes.
the hardest part right now. It's this quarantine,
But luckily though, they did start lifting, certain thing and like easing up. Thankfully,
I need to take my vaccine as well, just to be
Are
on
you what's it called?
a healthcare professional.
Yeah, are you a healthcare? Not
No,
healthcare
no.
professional. No, are you
An elder.
not an elder? You dweeb. Are you one of the ones like the essential workers?
No, I podcast. I don't do essential shit.
No. What I mean is
I
that
have to wait my time. That's all I have to say. So as soon as they're ready to roll it out for normal people like me, I will do it.
yeah,
I'm
same.
not against it. I just want to just fucking let me free.
Yeah,
Okay, that's not to say I don't get out. I would get out and hike and go on beautiful journeys anywhere I want. I have to be safe. That's as much as I can do.
I'm trying to get it too. Like they're lifting. Like we do a lot of where I work at the both jobs that I work at. We do a lot of COVID procedure. We make sure everything is safe for everybody. We all wear masks. We all do social distancing. We all do like limited people in the building at any given time. But on some real shit though, like I need that fucking vaccine too. I'm just saying, like. They need to start making it more open to the general public. Like I'm getting tired of this shit.
They're working on it. I mean,
yeah, man. Well, we're still, dude. They said they would get it out by fucking like the beginning of last month, and it's still like shit's getting.
It affected
wild.
the world. I mean, the U.S. especially completely.
It only affected us so bad because people are hella ignorant here. I digress, though. Anyway, my point is that I want the damn vaccine. Thank you.
I mean, not even that. It's like also like the quarantine. We're all sick and tired.
Tired.
Yeah.
No, we're not sick. We're not sick. We're just tired.
I mean,
we're tired of it.
We're lazy and tired.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
lazy and tired of the shit. It's dumb.
Can I ask you something, Alex?
No.
Maybe personal, but maybe not too. You have a girlfriend.
Okay.
And it's fine. We've never met her.
Do
or
I
maybe,
have a girlfriend?
Wait, do you have a girlfriend?
Yes, I do.
You mentioned
yes, I do.
Kate, right? I'll
Yes.
just the first name.
Kate, yeah.
I'm saying just the first name. That's all we're mentioning. You gotta block out the last name, but we don't say her last name.
We never say last names.
What do you mean, Darryl 6? That's not your last name.
Hey, my last name
Darryl 6 meets Ben 10.
Okay, anyways.
Yeah.
We've never met her. Or at least I haven't. Does she
exist?
Is
what you're asking?
Actually, I've never seen a picture of her. I've never seen a picture of her. First of all, Aaron, can you confirm?
Okay.
Oh, she's not real? She
yeah.
does not exist?
Yeah. She's
It's
like
like-
AI. She's an AI, bro.
An AI?
She's an AI.
She
That's what she
exists.
is.
Wink, wink.
But she's real.
Yes.
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 Okay,
She's
she's real.
100%
She's
real.
a living-
You're
110%.
happy. You guys are happy, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Just because you never bring her up, so I'm just like, are you guys doing good and
Yeah,
everything?
It's just one of those things where it's like when I'm in a relationship, a part of me is selfish, where it's like I just want to keep that person all to myself. But regarding like not seeing her or whatever, like there are times when we do hang out.
Okay.
I do offer. I'm like, hey, we're not playing Pokemon. Like we're playing other board games and such. You want to come hang out or whatever? And she'd be like, no, that's cool. You have time with the boys, whatever. And then it's kind of like vice versa, where
Does she have time with girls too, or?
yeah, she does.
Oh,
all the time, bro. All the
Bruh,
time.
look at all single people over here.
Look at all this.
just bring
It's
them all.
funny-
Let's
hey,
just
it's
mend the
funny
groups.
you're- it's
COVID
funny
doesn't
you're
exist.
saying that because so one of her other friends. So
I can't go back and
she
forth.
has two best friends, right?
I don't know that, but I'll assume that.
Sure.
Two pretty best friends. Okay.
So one of them just got recently
Big
taken,
brain plays.
and then the other one that
Oh,
I'm
I was
talking
joking about like, but if they
No,
want to,
I'm not joking, bro.
Yeah.
I told you I'll wingman the shit out. of
yeah,
you.
yeah.
So the point is, this other person, I was told that she is looking for a person who, is Catholic or practicing their religion, right?
Religion. Yeah.
Right.
None of us.
I'm I'm agnostic.
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 Not a Catholic.
So agnostic
Let's
is
go.
Believe in the higher power.
You're not any one religion, but you do believe that there's.
See, I just don't want to be grounded in religion, but I'm. Yeah. I mean.
Right. I mean,
I respect everyone's
it's the
choice.
same one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I definitely feel you on that, but yeah, if there are any other single women, for sure, I will definitely.
No.
send them
I'm
your
not.
guys' way.
I'm not. I was completely joking on that, but bring them all out, so like just a bigger group to hang out with,
Right.
and just get wilder.
So what's crazy is
Fuck
that
COVID.
was supposed to happen right before COVID.
Oh.
Yeah, because I show okay, so one of her friends was like, all right, we're gonna have a house party. And I was telling him about that.
I want
was
a
telling
party
him,
so
like,
bad.
I want to party hella
in
bad,
in
No, we're throwing one first.
they
Fuck
I
you.
kid you not, they are just like
better be
us.
invited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like us, where they play board games, drink. They have all cooking like inside like little KBBQ
Bruh.
pots.
Wait, is this
Right.
is this the one with you were
Yeah.
telling me about
So
with
we
Kate?
can't. Or you can.
Yeah, one of Kate's friends.
Oh yeah, dude!
Yeah.
I was hoping for it, and then freaking COVID. Fuck.
Yeah,
COVID.
because COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
I was so salty about that.
when the time comes, I will let you know for sure.
Yeah. Same. I've also. Yeah, I have some plans. Some
Shout
big
out,
things.
follow WeebBuscuit's e-dating service.
Oh, God. So you met? How did you meet Kate? If you don't mind me asking.
It's crazy. So like,
Be honest.
Be honest.
This is fun.
we-
I've met
yeah,
so many
yeah.
people on weird shit.
I don't think people are listening anymore.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
It's cool. It's good.
We'll get into the deep stuff now. So if you
Yeah,
got this
yeah.
far,
All right. Now that all the scrubs are gone, now the real
Yeah,
people.
all the shrubs are gone.
all the shrubs.
Shrubs.
Yeah, I got
All the
some
shrubs.
stories to tell you too.
Oh
But
shit.
Yeah.
so we actually met through Tinder, right?
Okay, fair.
So I went. through a really
Tinder's a Christian dating app, right?
yes,
Okay.
100% wholesome.
Yeah, very wholesome.
Wholesome.
You meet at a church first for
Christian
like
dating app
6 weeks
that-
straight.
Yes, and everyone that you meet on there, you should definitely introduce to your parents, wholeheartedly. But yeah, so really bad breakup. Download Tinder, trying to do the Tinder thing, and then I'm just like,
Trying to do the thing.
I meet her, and then I'm just like, all right, it's nothing serious, right? It's nothing serious at all, whatever.
Was she
And
just
then-
goofy, or like it's just like haha, like we're having fun? And
The more I got to know her, she was actually really sincere, and really like, it's like when you have a heart to heart person with a person, then you realize that they're like damn, this person's actually authentic.
Yeah.
Like this person's genuine.
yeah,
So, but mind you, like she's one of those people that's like kind of quiet, and then until she gets to know you, then that's when she'll.
that's why you
like,
have to bring
open
her
up,
out
right?
just to open her. By the
So-
time we have that big party, it's just gonna
I
go
mean,
nuts.
she definitely, she has a friendliness to her, but yeah, it's just it takes a little bit of time.
no worries.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, it's like I love her. We're going on like 2 years
my
now.
heart,
My non-existent heart.
Nani.
But yeah, it's like I didn't think that I would find something like this through an app that's known for come meet your hot singles
Yeah,
in your
yeah.
local area.
Essentially, it's a lot of hookups.
It's like Pablo is only 2 miles away. Like,
yeah, I am. But yeah, I definitely. It's weird because I've met most of my ex through just Facebook, and
through Facebook, really,
yeah,
like not even like through
The-
mutual friends or like in person. Like let's say
one in person.
We're hanging out, right?
one
And
in
then-
person, and the other two on Facebook. Essentially,
Wow.
though, the ones that I went on dates with was either.
So how does that work? Like some girl posts a post
Oh, just
about
just
dogs,
no, you just
right?
slide
And
in
you're
their DMs.
Like, man, this dog looks really cute, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, you gotta start with like dog comments and like other stuff.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though, it's what's hard about dating right now for me is I'm not looking for hookups, and so every girl thinks I'm looking for hookups, so they have that
Right.
guard up. So if I comment on like something that I'm genuinely interested about, for example, Hinge has like options to like talk about like they'll post like name three of your I don't know, name something you like, and they're like dogs, and then you comment I love dogs too, and then they think they just want to get laid, and so they don't reply back.
Okay, I know that's the era that we're living in right now, where automatically everybody assumes like, oh man, they just want to fuck,
That's not
whatever.
everyone, damn
But
it.
okay,
Yeah.
it's like all right, so
There's so many dynamics to
So
it.
so
We can get into
for
it.
you,
shit.
the 100% genuine, authentic, like smooth talker that you are, how do you convince the other person that you're looking for something authentic or like a real connection without being like, I wanna like
Okay, so first of all, I'm hosting the podcast, not you, but that's a fucking good question.
It is a,
Okay,
like,
okay.
I
So
only
here's the
ask this
thing. Here's the
because-
thing. So first of all, oh god, this is gonna be hard.
I missed it even though I had
No, you're good.
How do I navigate through that? Because a lot of it is
yeah, how do you
they
let
want-
let another person know that you want a
You-
real connection versus
I realize
just
you
trying to,
can't say that.
you
Hey,
know.
I'm just looking for this.
I mean,
Uh,
if you do, they still think otherwise.
Yeah, well, that's the thing because I've heard a lot of like, if you say something that you are, then most likely you're not that. Like, I'm looking for like if a girl posts, I'm looking for a caring and loving person, and you post, hey, I'm a loving person. No, you're not a fucking loving person. So they're like immediately don't want to talk to you.
right.
And so I would essentially I just comment on something that I find on their profile interesting. Not on Tinder though.
I am on Tinder right now.
On Tinder's different.
I've been on Tinder the whole time.
So am I. It's pretty bad. I'm on fucking Tinder right now.
So I go on Hinge. On Hinge, they have pictures, and then they have like a thing,
Questions,
like a question that kind of they answer, right?
and then
Right.
it also
If
says
I-
stats.
Yeah, it shows stats like a height and stuff like that, and you
Should
know
I
what?
just delete Tinder and go to Hinge then?
No, don't just download
do
Hinge.
everything.
Just do your thing, bro. Just do your thing.
I
Okay,
didn't buy the
Jesus
thing, by
Christ,
the way.
let me talk here. So,
Okay.
anyways, they have their stats. They have like how tall they are. They have their 40-yard dash. They just show everything, right?
They have their social
I
security.
comment on things that I personally find interesting because obviously if they respond to it or allow you to message them, then it's a good conversation. Now, if there's someone that I just find attractive and I'm like, okay, I want to talk to them. I find a comment like in my memory bank. I just try to figure it out. It feels like SpongeBob looking through files.
You just get like a default message and then you just like.
I'm hiding it.
Sometimes I just say just something random and like I've said some dumb stuff and it works. I said some like this girl. Okay, this is a recent one. This girl said, "Let's have a conversation about Sasquatch," and I'm just like. Sasquatch, I'm like, and I made this bullshit story up that I met Sasquatch and she believed me, and then I apologized because I felt bad because she believed me, and she's like into.
How could you, bro?
She's into the conspiracy that it exists.
Oh wow, yeah.
But I was so confused. There's another girl. I'll mention this because I mentioned it in the last podcast, and I mentioned it at the end. So
I mean, you don't have to. It's fine.
There's this. No. I want to.
Yeah.
Because I want to vent to you guys a little bit.
Sure.
This girl has a kid, right? We've talked about what are like. Oh, would you date someone with a kid? Would you date someone with it? She has a kid. Doesn't matter to me. I found the girl interesting. I want to get to know her. Somehow we connected on.
Do you like? Sorry. On the first date, you just show up. And be like, your kid doesn't matter. You matter.
Why does it sound like we're evil laughing? Yeah. It doesn't matter. I came here for you.
I mean,
no. I swear, if she listens to this, we're laughing at a dumb joke.
It's a joke.
A kid obviously would matter.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Yeah, obviously, I have to be part of their life. But
really
anyways, I messaged her. We started messaging on Instagram, have conversations. She wouldn't talk back as much, but I'm trying. You know, I genuinely want to get to know her. But, you know, granted, she is pressed on time. I totally understand that.
Right. Yeah. Single parent life. You know, you got other priorities.
Yeah, and that's totally fine. You know, and I want to take my time, especially I want to know her. I went to Hollywood, and I partied. You know, I had a bunch of tequila, like a bunch, and I messaged her.
We talked about it in the intro.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier. I messaged her, and I discussed how good of a parent she is, how great of a person she is, and literally, I said good stuff.
Have you met her at this point?
No.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm really... So I was just being positive. It's more so like outspoken on positivity. Right. And she did reply, and then I sent a bunch of more messages.
Kind of like affirmation. Like affirmation is a love language,
and
right?
she didn't reply.
Yeah.
And she left me on scene, which is fair. She's probably like, "Oh, this guy's drunk. I can see his story." And then the following day, I apologized. I said, "Sorry for overwhelming you with a bunch of messages." And then eventually, I said, "I'm sorry, but." And I said they were good messages, but hope you got a good laugh. And she just saw it, left me on scene. And my thought was, okay, did she unfollow? No, she didn't unfollow me. She still follows me. She still saw the messages. So I'm like, fine. If she wants to talk, I left it at that. If she wants to talk, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I'm not so hung up on like a person anymore, but like I want to talk to her in particular. Don't know what it is about me, but I'm like, I find her interesting just on looks. I'm like, she's got to be interesting. There's got to be more to that book.
This is
This is who?
Popcorn.
Yeah.
Popcorn.
Yeah. Made a whole TikTok about it.
Nice. I need to go look at that TikTok.
Yeah, I need to follow you. I keep saying I will. Yeah, I'm sorry. But to answer your question, I don't think I answered it. I navigate. I just shoot my shot. The reality is, even if you find someone interesting, you're guaranteed that it might happen. And then once you get in the DMs, then there's a possibility that it'll crumble. But hey, at least you tried. And you shouldn't always just consider like this is all the time I have in the world. There's more to it.
Because I think like no matter what happens, is we kind of brushed on this earlier. It's like no matter what happens, people are always going to have their schemas where they have a general idea whether it's true or not. Like, oh, this person might be looking for this, whether it's true or not. And then it's only until like I feel like you kind of get this feeling too. It's like until you're with that person the first time, you can have like a real good idea of like where they're coming from. Yeah. Right. It's like, all right, all I need is one encounter with you, and I can tell if we're gonna,
Yeah, and vice versa too. It's like float, right? It sucks. So I have two things to say. Number one, I've had encounters with girls that just want hookups. And it's like, whoa, like to me, I'm like, oh, I'm surprised, but like, oh shit, people exist like that. And I didn't want that, I'm like, I don't know you, I'm like, I'm not willing to just give up my virginity, And so right. I'm joking. I don't have that shit anymore.
It's okay. I lost my virginity like 50 times.
Somewhere out there,
Yeah.
The other thing is that I have had this issue in the beginning where I would have a comparison of my ex and be like, oh, they have to be as good as the good parts about her. And so I'm like constantly looking for that, but I'm like thinking in my head, like, no, I got to let that go because the person I meet next is always going to be different no matter what. And the people I keep meeting are always going to be different. They're going to have their quirks that I'm going to like. And
it's like,
change is always good too.
Yeah. It's like, as long as you had that expectation there, it's like, it's not gonna always be the same. And if you always have that expectation of like that comparison too, it's like I don't think it's gonna be like lead you to genuine happiness in that relationship or like that connection that you're really looking for.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're so hung up on or just thinking about, not even hung up on.
Yeah. And with online dating too, it's like it's all based on first looks. And then also what they talk about themselves.
Right.
So like if a girl posts a picture and she's with her friends at a winery and in the other picture she's with her friends, she's all dressed up. And your first thought is like, oh, she likes to dress up and go to the winery and like her taste looks different. But then on her description, she's like, I love anime, I love DVDs, I love old classic video games, I live in Fairfield. Like cool stuff like that.
It's like, man, she is...
Yeah, whoa, she's different.
Whoa.
See, that's the perception that we get online. And sometimes people don't even put a lot about themselves online, description-wise.
Or it would be like an emoji.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Some like weird quirk
Yeah,
thing.
and so that's why in person is always fun.
Yeah. So, okay, so you talked about first impressions, whatever. So when I first started being on the dating app, like I did this, I'm pretty sure a lot of people do this thing where they constantly swipe right and they'll just sift through all the matches.
Okay.
All right. And it's like, okay, well,
are we gonna
this person seems nice.
Okay.
Cool. I'm not even gonna concern my time.
Wait,
real quick,
real quick. Goodness.
All right. So that's one thing, right?
Okay.
So you do all that and then you're like, okay, well, is this person really... I lost my train of thought because we got so hyped on that. Go for it.
Okay. He's hyped because he knows what you're saying. And okay, so here's what I've told Javier. Okay, so first of all,
okay, no, is it lazy or is it actually a smart thing to do?
I think it's smart, and I'll describe why it's also
right.
It's not smart, but I'll describe his position, Darryl's position, because we discussed this so many times.
Literally today too.
Yeah, literally. Okay, so, anyways, when I first broke up with my ex, downloaded Tinder, but didn't think much of it. Also, my picture sucked. I got drunk one day, or high, I don't know, it doesn't matter. I don't do it often, by the way, but I make it sound like I do it every weekend. But when I did, I bought Tinder Gold, and I fucking regret it.
Hey, man,
it's like $30 just on the garbage can. But what I realized the first time was...
We live and learn.
My pictures were terrible, but I'm like, I'll see what I can get. So I swipe right on everything. And I just, I would have conversations with a friend and, I'm constantly on there just hitting the heart and it's swiping right on everyone, right?
Right.
So I got Javier to get Tinder because he got drunk once and he got Tinder. And I probably just preemptively talked about it, and so it's in his head to get gold, right?
Yeah, I remember him telling me that. I'm just like,
so he got it, but what advice I gave him was dude, just swipe right, and then do a reverse catalog. Anyone that matches with you obviously likes you, and then you can pick from those that like you. You're like, I don't like this person, unmatch. Let's send this person a conversation, and so I think it's personally the best thing to do. Because you're swiping through everyone, and you're getting only the people you like back.
Right.
His thing was that he feels bad unmatching them, like a guilt. So that would be the only con, in my opinion, but I think it's actually one of the best ways to do it.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think we're all empaths in here, like, based on what you're saying. So it's like, I do understand that guilt thing, but it's also, it can take so much out of you reading every single profile. And it's like, all right, well, let me try to get all the specifics. And then person like me, like, I have my own stuff that I'm doing.
Time is valuable, though.
Yeah, and your time is valuable, and it's like I don't want to, take that time. All the I have better stuff to do, like play Pokemon, right?
God. Yeah, I mean, true. I mean, you could play it and just swipe right, like crazy. Yeah.
Or I'm pretty sure you saw a video of this machine.
Yeah, the cat's meowing at the door. I would allow him in, but I still need to find a little cover.
Tokyo is trying to get in here as well, but. Yeah, there's this video this machine just constantly.
It's just
yeah. It's just swiping.
Oh no way, that's funny.
Oh, okay. I remember the thing that I was trying to ask earlier. So when I first downloaded the app, and then I would come across profiles of random pictures, like spam accounts, right? And then there are those people who make these other accounts that kind of meme accounts.
And then join Snapchat or something.
Or where it's oh, I'm a lamp. Or oh, I'm a fish. Yeah, it's would you try to get to know somebody that does that?
Okay. Where are you going with this?
Okay, no. The reason why I ask is because I feel like there's some type of broken humor that just it. For me, at the time, it's really attractive where somebody could be very sarcastic, oh yeah, I'm a fucking rug. Yeah, you want
oh my god.
You want to feel the static, bro? It I know this conversation got kind of weird, but there are those kinds of accounts on there.
Oh, there's so right now Darryl's showing me a Tinder swiping app or Tinder swiping USB plugin, and it's just swiping right on everyone.
Oh man!
I mean, that's the funny thing. It works,
Yeah.
That's even better because I wouldn't waste my time with my thumb, and
right.
That's funny. That's hilarious. That's a real thing too.
This is before they had the limited swipes.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, it's a thumb too.
I wonder if that drains
how much
your
is it?
Battery.
Check the price on it.
I mean, I can check.
But no, going back to your thing, I wouldn't fuck a rug or anything like that. I would.
No, not a rug or a lamp or whatever. But the people who made those accounts, would you want to let's say people like Darryl who take their time and not just blindly swiping, but taking their time to read every profile to see oh, is this the one, right? Would you genuinely try to get to know that person that made that account?
No, but here's something I did do. So I have been, I wouldn't say catfish, I have been botted before where I thought I was a real account. I'm like, oh wow, and then they texted me and I'm like, wow, and then they started saying, you should check out my website, blah blah blah, download it. I'm like, oh, it's a fucking bot.
Yeah,
it happened once. The other times the bots usually send something dumb and I'm like, okay, it's a bot.
I will say this.
Bot or a bot, because it could be either or.
Bots.
Bots are bots, but I will say this, and I don't think I've told anyone this until now, where it's
you met up with the rug, huh?
Oh yeah.
I met up with a fake rug. All right, I didn't. No, I didn't even meet up with this person at all. I got catfish to go to San Francisco.
Oh no!
I drove there at nighttime because I was a fuckboy at the time, right?
Yeah.
And you can never imagine.
You never told me that.
You never. Oh, you fucking wrong.
Bro, Alex is dropping some heat.
So
confession time.
Yeah,
so not even confession time. Holy shit!
So right now, I'm in a committed relationship. I love Kate. I'm just saying, back then,
yeah, that's fine.
I was a different person, right? Shut the fuck. So I went to San Francisco to meet up with this girl, and she was bad, dude. Well, she wasn't like a 10, right? She was like an 8. But to me, I'm like, dude, this is dope, bro.
It is fine.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, so not to name any names, just I drove there to meet this girl, and then she's like, oh yeah, I'm in room like 304. And I'm like, okay.
Did she sound like that or?
Yeah, exactly like me and my voice talking to me.
You're like, let's fucking go. Let's play Pokemon.
She's like, oh yeah, just ring the bell or ring the buzzer, and I'll let you up. So I'm like, okay. So mind you, this is like midnight, bro. Like streets of San Fran, residential areas, like nobody around. And I press this.
During the pandemic already?
No, this is years back.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, you were like 15,
years back, right? Yeah, when I was 15.
No.
Still in high school.
Not true.
Easy.
Okay. Not true.
No. This was like maybe like 2014 or some.
Okay,
no.
Time frame doesn't matter.
Anyway,
pre-COVID.
So I ring the bell, and then all I hear is this deep burly voice. He's like, "Hello," and I'm like, "Yeah, is like say Brianna, right?
Yeah,
for a second conversation. Like, is Brianna there?" He's like, "Who?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like, is there a person named Brianna? Like, I'm supposed to be meeting up with her," and he's like, hold on, let me check. And I'm like, what do you mean, let me check? What the fuck? Like,
let me check. How do you not know there's a
How are you
Brianna?
going to check in your own residence, bro? Like,
oh, maybe she is here.
Yeah, it's just the fact that I got catfish, and I'm like...
Wait, how did you get... they said no Brianna here?
Yeah, he said, there's no one by that name here in this unit, and then I checked in my messages again. I'm trying to, like, message her. Or this person, I should say, posing as her, and just no response back.
It was
just radio silence.
But see, here's the thing: even if you're catfishing, it's like you gave up all the way to the point where they go up to the door.
It's crazy because it was an actual address with an actual apartment number
an actual tenant.
Yeah, with an actual tenant, right? And then I'm just like. Yeah,
But did you see the person that opened the door?
No, actually, no. It was just purely buzzer and like intercom.
Oh.
Yeah. But it would be crazy, like this, like big buff dude just like walks in. He's like, "I'm ready for you." Like,
oh my God.
I'd be like, "No, save me, no."
But I'm not gonna lie. Had that happened to you, I would have died laughing.
No, I know you would have died laughing. But the thing is, like at the time. I was really embarrassed because I'm like, fuck, dude. I spent like a whole week, like talking and like quote unquote getting to know this person, and then time to find out like this person's not even real. So
shit.
It's like fuck, dude. But yeah, just make sure that you meet with somebody that. I'm just gonna suggest somebody already knows this person, but if not. Just be careful. Okay,
here's the thing though. You get their socials though, not social security, like social like networks. I instantly do a little verification too, and like make sure that they exist on Instagram.
At the time, I wasn't that smart because I wasn't thinking with all my brain cells. Yeah. With all my yeah. I was thinking with my other brain cells, right? So. But yeah, definitely verify the other person before you.
That's definitely a good confession you gave us here, Alex. To anyone that made it this far, because we're gonna end it pretty soon. But I do want Aaron to see if he can come up with a confession. Doesn't have to be hardcore as his. Doesn't have to be. It could be more
hardcore. I didn't even get to a softcore.
Softcore.
What are you talking?
He didn't warm us up. But if you have something, it could be something from this week.
Anything, huh?
All right, so Aaron's talking.
Okay, so let me think here. Something I just anything, right?
Yeah, you can confess like, hey, I'm just tired of my boss at work. He's a fucking asshole. Anything, literally.
No, I love my bosses at my jobs. They're awesome people. Well, okay. I am pansexual, polyamorous, and I am an Apache helicopter. I'm just kidding. No.
No. You said he's not an Apache.
No. Legit though, on some real shit, I am polyamorous and I am pansexual.
Okay, so a lot of people don't know what any of that means, and I forget what all that means. So I'm one of those people.
Okay.
Just go through. Just run it through.
All right. So how that works is like this. So let's start with the pansexual part. Essentially, I'm down to be with whoever. So like,
Person though.
Huh?
Person.
Yeah. Now the issue, the only thing is though with me, and I don't know if this makes me sound chauvinistic or not, but like
no, whatever.
No, I know, but to the
yeah.
common people,
Yeah.
You know, I'm into. Yes, I do like girls, right? I'm super into girls.
Yeah.
But I'd be down to have a transgender boyfriend. I'd be down to have a transgender girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm open to those things.
Okay.
Like, to me, it's cool. Would I ever date a man that was born a man and identifies as a man? Most likely not. There's, like, maybe one or two exceptions, but I'd never do it, like, otherwise. And that's just a personal preference for me.
Where are those exceptions, Aaron?
Huh?
Name them.
Confess your...
Corpse husband.
Okay.
I love you. And,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Corpse husband.
The deep voice.
Fuck me like you fuck me.
Oh, gotcha.
YouTuber streamer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an actual person.
Yes.
Yes.
Super sick. He's
We'll show
cool
you
as fuck. Yeah, he's super cool. I'm a huge fan. I think he's probably the only exception. In all honesty.
Two.
Oh, is there two?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you did say two.
I did say two, huh?
Yeah.
You don't have to come up.
We'll get back on that.
Yeah. Jeffree Star.
Yeah.
No. I think Jeffree Star is way too much
toxic.
drama, dog.
He's toxic.
Too much drama. Way
yeah,
too
we'll
toxic.
see you in all the videos, and then you guys will
Yeah.
talk shit about us.
Hey, bro, I'm not trying to be another Kanye. Ooh, did I say something too soon? Anyway.
The fuck does that mean?
Hey. Apparently Jeffree Star is the reason why they broke up. Just saying. Anyway. Huh?
Discuss what polyamory.
Polyamory. Okay, so polyamory, or polyamorous. So when you are polyamorous, at least from how it was explained to me, it's like it's kind of like an open relationship. Huh?
No, you're good.
Okay. It's kind of like an open relationship, but at the same time, it doesn't have to be. So, like, say I have a girlfriend, right?
Oh, I'm hella dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, monogamous appellate, you know what
Yeah. Right.
What did he say?
So it's essentially having more than one partner and being okay with having more than one partner.
Yeah.
And your partners are cool with you having another partner, and you're essentially cool with them having another partner. It's like
it's an open relationship.
It can be.
Oh no, it's multiple partners.
Multiple partners, yeah. Like I've seen polyamorous relationships where it'd be one dude and two girls. It could be three girls. It could be three dudes. It could be whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And like,
it can be Mormon.
Yeah. I had that joke cocked in my shotgun here.
That's polygamy. There's a difference.
Oh, that's
There's
marriage,
a difference.
right?
Yes. Okay. No. Even then.
Fuck.
Hear me out.
Okay.
So polygamy, right? You have a bunch of quote unquote sister wives, and it's like the man's the head of the household. And a lot of times, like from what I've heard, and this is what I've heard, but like. And the things that you see like on these shows that, that they do shows and shit about it, fucking the wives they aren't all treated equally, and like that's several wives. You're talking about like 9, 10 freaking females.
I've seen shows.
Dude. Yeah, so have I, and it's scary. Whereas polyamory is where like everyone is comfortable. Everyone is
there's an actual openness.
There's openness, there's boundaries, there's respect, there's it's very different compared to polygamy. And when you get married, if you're polyamorous and you decide you want to get married to your partners, and this is a real thing too, people have done this without being Mormon, just putting that out there.
Okay.
They don't have to be Mormon. No, but to have a polyamorous marriage, like, dude got married to, this guy got married to his lady and their lady. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Is that illegal, though?
Like... Yes, I believe it's legal in certain states. I don't know which ones they are. But supposedly, yes, it is legal. People do it all the time.
That's crazy.
But now, I'm open to either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am polyamorous, but if I got with a partner and they really wanted to be monogamous, then cool.
Yeah,
monogamous. It's not. Again, it's all about comfortability, understanding. It's about it's about boundaries, like understanding boundaries and like just
communication too. Yeah.
Big on communication. And
Utah's the only one.
Huh?
Utah's the only one.
Is Utah the only one?
Yes,
That's rough.
Utah, bro.
I am not going to.
See ya.
You're out of your
See ya.
damn mind. I am not
Later.
going to fucking Utah. Huh?
I said, see ya.
Yeah, you're out of your mind.
Bye.
No, but
Bye.
like, you know, it's an interesting precedent in the times that we're in, and like who like discovering this about myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this was a recent discovery. This isn't something that like and I'll be honest, you know, like I've always had an inkling, you know, that I was a little different from most folks in that way, where I was like, am I really happy with dating girls and stuff like just girls and stuff like that, and you know what, like I'm good with it. I'm good with who I am. You know, I accept that, and if no one else accepts it, then that's their problem, not mine. You know.
That's good. Appreciate your confession. It's a little harder than I already forgot. Alex. Oh no, Alex is more Tinder
related.
Yeah.
Catfish.
Alex is
Catfish.
more. He's never told anyone, right? Is that
Yeah.
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 Then I know you've
This
told
is-
me about
I've,
this.
I've talked about I talk about this more openly.
Yeah.
Just because I'm trying to get comfortable with myself,
Oh,
so that
that's
way
perfect.
when people ask me, I can just be like, hey, yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah.
Because you know, like I'll be real. I came out to my parents about this.
Oh yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
want to ask that actually without
Yeah.
getting too into it. Maybe
You're
we'll save
good.
it for a different time.
No, I can say it right now. To not make it too long, I told them. My mom was like, "Oh, you need to tell your dad." So she was already like, "Oh shit."
For confirmation. Like,
Yeah.
Oh no, you're straight.
And I told my dad, and I'll be real, the way that he responded was, "Oh hey," I told him, "Hey, yeah, I'm essentially well, I said bisexual just to make it easier
For
you
him
know,
to
it's-
understand.
Yeah, because you know so many terms, pansexual, all that other stuff, right? I told him I was bi. Yes, there is, and they're all valid. I just want to make that clear. I told him, and then he's like, "So you're gay?" And
God damn it.
yeah, it was very like he didn't want to hear it, and he was just like,
You're like, I'm kind of gay.
"I'm halfway there." No,
I'm not gonna move either way.
No, but he, you know, he was very dismissive, and he just didn't want to hear it. He's like, "Are you gonna listen to anything I have to say?" And I said, "No, I'm gonna be who I am." And he was like, "Okay, well then, why are you coming to me about it?" And I was like, "Well, I just wanted to let you know," and that was it.
Yeah.
You know, that was simply it. But the way he responded,
It's a little bit better than
It was.
most-
It was a little bit better, but you can tell that he was just like,
Sort of.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
his opinion is
yeah.
also valid if he feels that he doesn't approve of it.
yeah,
But
he doesn't approve of it, but it's like
I like the respect though that he was like, I don't give a shit, you know, but also like you
wasn't that
should,
he-
you know what I mean? Like
it's
it's
not
your
that
dad.
he doesn't give a shit. It's literally my entire life has kind of been like very defiant of his opinion.
Yeah.
Of most people's opinion.
Can
That's
I
how
ask,
he raised me. So.
What's your love language? Do you know what
Oh yeah,
that
I do. I know what my love language is like.
No, you're like number one. Like
Number one love language is probably.
I kind of have an idea, but let me see.
Go ahead.
Words.
Words of affirmation.
Yeah.
That's number 2.
I was close.
Quality time.
Yeah.
Quality
Quality.
time.
It's a tie between quality time, physical touch, and words of affirmation. Yeah. Those three. Like I always tell people, it's those three. Only,
I hate but there is a chart where it actually like puts you all like they might even be even. So
Yeah,
totally
I would,
understand that.
I would like
The
to.
percentages
I-
are like that.
yeah.
I would like to take a test, honestly, to see like a legitimate test. Only, yeah,
legitimate. He
yeah,
gets
yeah.
on the
No.
computer.
I would love to see it because maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You know, I've never actually like I've explored it.
Yeah.
But those may be things that I want,
Exactly.
but not actually what
Well,
I am.
here's the thing.
So.
Like an example, gifts. Yeah, of course I fucking want a gift.
Yeah, gifts are
But
great.
does that make me feel over the moon?
No.
No. Mine is words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is literally having a hug. Like one of them is like literally like if you tell me you love me, you tell me you care, and then like I genuinely feel that, and then your how do you say your body language, your actions and everything speak it. You know, like growing up in my life, I didn't have a lot of support as far as like like, you know, like I had to fight for a lot of things, like that attention, that respect, that
Yeah,
you
see,
know, everything I've done
I've
has
heard
always
this.
been a battle. So
I've heard this like thing where it's like your love language is something you didn't receive as a child.
Yeah.
And I look back and I'm like, oh fuck! Like my parents were like very respectful, very like you know like. But when they told me good job, I was like, whoa.
Yeah. No, I think words of affirmation are definitely up there for me because I didn't get that a lot as a kid either. You know, they would tell me seldomly, yeah, I'm proud of you, but it's like, what are you proud of? You know, I didn't. You didn't. Yeah. Like sometimes it just felt
tough
like.
for Denver. Come on.
Yeah. Tough for Denver. Yeah. No, but it's like it felt like, you know, they would just say things to try and get me to like listen or respond. You know, it didn't feel. There were times where it didn't feel genuine, and that's what sucks. You know, but once I turned into adult, once I became an adult, you know, I got to sit down and have certain conversations with my family. I swear to God, I hope they never hear this. But you know, I got to sit down and have these conversations with people, and with my parents, and most of it was with my mom. My dad is so emotionally like shut down sometimes. It's really hard to.
Yeah, it's almost like you have to break that.
Yeah,
whatever he was going through, you're breaking through.
I'm breaking a lot of those quote unquote family curses.
Yeah.
And like, you know, with me being as vocal and as open as I am on a daily, you know, it's very different. I'm a very like my dad wanted so bad for me not to be like him that I'm almost the exact opposite of him. X-nay on the martial arts and X-nay on my like physical ability. Like everything else, like I'm emotional. I'm very.
It's hard because like I can relate to that. Growing up, I didn't want to be like my father.
Yeah.
He was the same page as me.
Yeah.
And the difficult part was as I'm growing up, I'm like understanding like, oh fuck, I'm so much like him, and I'm trying to shy away from all these things.
Yeah.
A lot of my mental illnesses are relevant to his mental illnesses, and I can see that, and I notice like some of the quirks that I would have.
Yeah.
And you know, just seeing how he reacted was really bad versus how I'm reacting. I'm doing way better.
Yeah, and that's
it's fucking
the thing.
hard.
Yeah, it's like I'm an unrepressed version of my father.
Yeah.
Because like
more open. Like to your.
It's not just open to myself, but it's like there's so many things that he repressed as a child just because of the situation and the things that he was in, that he grew up in. Like you're a Asian Filipino immigrant during the 80s, 12-year-old Asian immigrant from the 80s who doesn't really have family out here. Like, think about that for a minute. Think about all the hate and everything that you had to deal with in order to survive out here. Like, that shit's real as fuck.
Yep.
And yeah, man, you know, and I feel for my dad. There are a lot of things I feel for my dad, but at the same time, though, it's like
you're in your own lane, though. You know.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, you know, and I will say this: there are several things that I experienced that I shouldn't have, that I didn't need to, but it happened, and so here I am. But I think those experiences are what helped me overcome the things that my dad has had difficulties dealing with, and the things that he continues to deal with, or have difficulties dealing with. Like I said, dude, like I am way more emotionally. I can say this in comparison to my father. I am a lot more emotionally intelligent. And I'm not to say that he's
you almost gain that because of that.
I'm saying that I've had to really learn all those things, like to be emotionally intelligent, to deal with all of these situations. Because if I didn't, like I said, bro, I probably wouldn't be here right now. Like all the fucked up things that I've had to deal with up until this point in my life, like. Dude, I had to fucking learn, and it wasn't through stealing myself and fucking being macho man with toxic masculinity. It was through talking. It was through gathering. It was through trusting. It was through love. It was through support. It was through making sure that at the end of the day, I made myself heard. I didn't have a voice when I was a kid. I have a voice now, so I'm using it, and that's the biggest thing, you know. Yeah. But so
I appreciate you telling us all this, and you know you matter.
Thank you. You matter too.
So
does everyone else in the room.
Everyone in here, yeah. Well, specifically here, but everyone listening as well.
Yeah.
We each have our journey, and it's very important to share our stories sometimes, and sometimes venting too. You know, like not even just now, venting even about old stuff. I constantly talk about my breakup.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it fucking hurts me. You know, but when I was going through my traumatic experiences, I had to vent to my therapist about it.
Right.
And now I have to vent about my breakup just to kind of get over it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be fine, you know?
Yeah, no, and that's okay, dude. I mean, like, what was it? I heard about it. It's called, like, communication therapy or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's where you talk about it with your therapist, and you also talk about it with people you can confide in. Mm-hmm. Like, you build your tribe and your community, and then you go from there. And that, again, Galaxy Brave plays on some real shit. Yeah, you do what you got to do to fucking survive, man. Like,
for sure. So we got maybe 2 more confessions here. Uh-huh. I'll go first. We have Alex and we have Aaron's that they just recently confessed. My confession is, hey, ask me out on a date if you're a girl, you know? I don't have to do all the work myself sometimes, but if you mildly interested, ask me out, you know? It's like, my voice is not, I'm not crying, holy shit, I'm just tired of talking. It sounds like I'm about to break down. No. Ask me out, girls. Ask me out. Women.
Same goes to me, too. Just saying.
Hey, you can't confess over my confession here.
No, we're agreeing with you.
Yes, I agree. With you, homie. The guys aren't always the ones that have to break the ice. Right?
I'll still take you out somewhere nice, girl.
Yeah, I'll take you out somewhere
nice,
too.
All right, so, Darryl, you want to confess something big or small?
Everyone, like, had deep ones. Except for you.
His wasn't...
His is good.
His was more so like... Oh, shit, I'm coming out about this story. It's a fucking tragic.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear about that story. That shit was wild.
Yeah,
wow.
It's not even tragic, bro. It's just...
No, that's pretty fucking tragic, dude.
For me, I think I need to confess that I need to get off the dating apps right now. Cause, yeah. Just because, like, I'm just constantly swiping. Just constantly. And nothing's coming my way. Yeah. And we've talked about this. That, like, I need to focus on myself, right? Constantly. Love myself. Like, this week is going to be a very important week right now.
Yeah, what's going on?
I have a couple job interviews in the field I've been trying to get into.
Yeah, get that shit, bro.
So I need to get off these dating apps because no one's talking to me, and I'm just focusing on that. I'm like, no, I need to focus on me.
Make accounts and chat with them.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to be catfished. I don't want to come here for some odd reason.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Let me explain something to you. I don't gotta catfish you, honey.
Just so you know, I'm bi. So.
Hey, let's get it. There you go. We out here.
But to go to your point, my label would be a heterosexual biromantic, if you know what that is.
Heterosexual biromantic.
It would be more biromantic heterosexual there.
Okay.
You want to explain that?
For the people who
don't.
Because
I do not understand.
So this is I came out during like
the pandemic.
Well, yeah, but I came out 2 years ago now, but no one really noticed it. And then I posted a picture about me wearing a "Make America Gay Again" shirt.
Oh, that's sick.
Nice, busted. Yeah.
That is busted though. That's sick. I want one of those.
I don't know how else to react to that. I support that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can you show me where to get that shirt? Because I want one.
It's called Hot Topic.
Oh, lit. Let's get it.
But it was during Pride Month in June.
Okay.
And it's Pride Month is essentially the reason why June is the Pride Month is because that's when the Stonewall riots were.
Yeah.
And
San Francisco. That shit was real as fuck.
No, that's New York.
Was it New York?
It was New York.
Excuse me. I apologize.
Yeah.
You're correct.
I did a paper about this and anyway.
Not hating. Yeah. My bad. That was my fault.
You're fine. But a heterosexual, we all know what a heterosexual is, right?
Yeah.
So the biromantic part is romantically I can fall in love with a man or a woman.
Yeah.
So I might not find a man sexually attractive. I'm like, I'm not gonna go around like I want to suck his dick. I'm like, I'm looking for connections.
Yeah.
I'm looking for
more of like a mental and emotional.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm looking for like a partnership. I'm looking for happiness in what we're doing together, not because of sex. Like
that's fair.
So
I don't know what I would be on that scale, but I feel that.
Like when you explain pansexual, I was like, I know what it is, but like the way you explained it more, like I'm understanding it a bit more.
Yeah.
So labels are very, very tricky, and like I'm still learning about myself. about that. So
Yeah.
like I would fall for like a guy friend that like I feel a really strong connection with, but it all just depends on how I'm really feeling. Like, am I falling head over heels, or am I just having a good connection? Yeah, exactly. So
you sound more Demi, if anything, man.
yeah, I've heard that term too. So
Demi, like a demigod.
You're a dork. No. Demi means when you are a demisexual, it means that like you find one person, you fall in love with that person, and that person is the person you dedicate the rest of your life to.
Oh.
So
it's very, very specific.
Yeah.
Very
So
specific. You can't have any emotional connection to somebody unless you are, or you can't feel sexually attracted to them unless you have like a really strong emotional connection.
yeah. So the spectrum is so wide open.
Yep.
So it's very difficult to understand. So I need to get off these. So the original confession, I need to get off these dating apps so I can focus on myself. So I can help you with this podcast because I really love this fucking podcast.
Dude, it's fun.
Let's go.
Well, I appreciate you explain because like somebody like me that doesn't really know too much about that area, or whatever. But I do want to touch on what you're saying. Like, I feel like it's like across all spectrums where it's like once you focus on yourself and you find something that like that self-drive or that passion or whatever, like that's attractive as fuck. Like everybody will hop on that, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
So I'm learning this from Pablo and my friend Chris. Like, I need to get off these apps. I need to just like focus on myself. I need to get on this grind because manifesting everything that I need in my life should happen now. Because I had this conversation with Pablo at LA. Like, on the prior podcast, we talked about my dream about doing winning an Oscar one day. Because this is a 5th grade dream I had. And I'm like,
wow.
I didn't know if I, like, then I wanted to be like Johnny Depp because he won an Oscar that time when I like manifested that dream. But I'm like, the more times I was like in theater and I was like learning about like movies and videography and all that, I was like, I love more behind the scenes. So maybe I can win an Oscar like doing photography, like director of photography, or actually being the director or producer. So
Right, like you don't have to be in the limelight to actually be noticed
exactly
for what you do. Yeah.
So I'm excited. Pablo actually tweeted about that conversation when we were drunk.
Tweeted a picture of an Oscar too. It's pretty sick.
So I'm excited. I hope that all of y'all are gonna be here when we win this Oscar.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. No, I would be. We would be really stoked to be there. You know,
so,
and I feel like we should talk about that topic of self-love like another time because that I feel like that could be like there's so much to that because I feel like this is the first year as crazy as this pandemic season whatever like I'm actually starting to love myself again
exactly.
and just do things for yourself like how you found photography right so or just winning an Oscar or that aspiration of you know so
exactly. So so I'll hop off the mic and give it back to Pablo. So
Yeah, I try not to talk when I'm not on the mic because it just sounds like I'm a background voice, and I'm like, the whole time. I know.
Background voice.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing though. We manifest a lot of things in our lives, whether it's small or big. Oscar, it's a tremendous thing. It's not an easy thing to accomplish. Part of it is doing. Part of it is talking about it. Part of it is going through the motions of what needs to be done. And so, whatever you guys' dreams are, even big or small, if you have something like, I want to do this, fucking just do it. Just do it. Just start. That's how we started this podcast. It's like, we just wanted to do it for a long time. Started it, and it's going to keep growing. Photography is another big thing. I love taking pictures. Definitely need to do a lot of big things, and I'm excited, but thank you guys so much for the confessions. That was fun, and for coming out. And I'd love to have you guys on again.
Yeah.
Definitely. We would definitely appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm totally down, and next time I won't be as political. I apologize.
No worries, Aaron. You're good.
No, but I'm totally down to be on the podcast again. Like, I actually like doing podcasts, and Yeah, it's something I've wanted to do too. I just haven't really had the time nor the energy to.
We'll have more mics as well too.
Oh yeah,
more mics to go around. Yeah,
We really appreciate you guys like saying that because like, yeah, it's just going for your dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to Hero's Journey. We're still not able to watch us on YouTube because I haven't set up the cameras yet, but it's gonna take I want to say a minute. I'll try and figure it out as soon as I can. But right now we have a hot lineup coming up. No, we're not having Iggy Azalea or whatever, but we have some friends.
Just Jay-Z though.
Jay-Z in June. Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna have Kanye anytime soon. I took a big ass jab at him just a second ago.
No. Yeah.
Sorry.
The more controversy with him, he'll come.
Yeah, probably.
For sure, guys. Anyways, guys.
Just don't forget to get Top 4 Denver here too.
No, we gotta get Javier here. Javier. Yeah, it's gonna be.
I feel like 90% of your interview is gonna be reference to Top 4, but then again, it wouldn't be Javier.
The thing about it though is I'll have to describe Pokemon because I mean not every listener just plays Pokemon, so
I mean you had to at the beginning.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening. We are signing out.
Also, please feel free to give us a follow on Twitch at WeebBuscuit and also TikTok. I believe bboy.
No. You guys can follow me on freaking Instagram at bboyninjastep. I also have a TikTok because the homie was trying to shout out my TikTok. You don't have to follow it, but it's bboyninjastep77. All right, thanks y'all.
All right, guys, and last but not least, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, Our Hero's Journey. Be sure to do that. We hit a whopping 6 followers, but also, you guys are amazing. I love you guys. Peace out.
Let's go.